I don't too shout. Hey, God. All right, guys. Good morning. I hope I'm audible. Okay, confirm my texture. All right. All right, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, mommies and daddies, brothers and sisters, friends and foes alike. Welcome to the Emir Sirdam show. It's a beautiful Monday evening from my side of the world. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend too. On the weekend, these are very short, man. You just close your eyes and open it, and it's already Monday. Hi. God. It's well. It's well. But thank you guys. Welcome every one of you. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. It's good to be back here again. Honestly speaking, I almost did not make it. I pushed myself. I say, man, Saddam, you must come out today. You just have to be consistent because what we're pushing is really, really way above how we feel. You know, most times coming back on a Monday, you're all tired and everything, and you just want to have extra sleep. And God, and you check time don't reach. It don't reach. Well, we'll come up for our show here, but it's good to be back here again, guys. It's good to see every one of you smiling already. You guys on TikTok, thank you so much. Amazing numbers already. Amazing contribution to your likings already. Thank you so much, all of you. Already even started sending me some love. God bless you guys. I just want to say today's gonna be a wonderful show. It's gonna be a wonderful space. Picking back from what happened through the weekend, what happened yesterday till today. So I think today's conversation is going to be very interesting. A very interesting one. I just want to oh my goodness, make I not go for my screen as I manage this my studio. Hope they see me well though. Please, just before we jump into today's conversation, as always, when we come out here on this platform, I try to set the ground rules for how we operate on this platform, how this house is being run, the rules that guide us, the rules and regulations, our do's and don'ts on the platform. I will always start by saying this is a pan-Nigerian, pan-African, pan-humanity platform. We do not segregate, we do not discriminate, um, we do not stop people from coming on the platform. No matter where you stand on the aisle of the conversation, you're free and you're welcome to join us here. You're welcome to have a voice here. You're welcome to air your opinion here as long as they're not lies or propaganda because you'll be fact-checked in real time. That's what we do on this platform. Thank you so much. That's what we do on the platform here. So you're always welcome to join us here and share the conversation. But what we don't do on this platform, we do not entertain bigotry or tribalism or divisive rhetorics that have always implored to keep us divided, right? So we try to make sure that no matter what you have your bias or your nuances or your anger, wherever you stand, please try and keep such conversations far from this platform. This platform do not entertain or tolerate them. If we see or I notice it coming out from you or from your post or your comments, I will just have to probably mute you or probably block you because on my platform, I just try to make sure that we are more about the subject matter, what truly affects us as a people. You might not like how I'm saying it, you might not agree with what I'm saying, but we must respect and have these conversations along this line as long as this platform is concerned, right? I also about to put that out there. I'll still say this again much later in the show when I know that this when they have activated these supporters of bigotry, because I know they will soon come. They're not here yet. They used to wait when the shit's already getting filled up and we are saying the truth. If you now come begin to throw that bigotry up and down, yeah, I go still remind them when they come, say, please, we don't do it on this platform, right? So, but thank you to all of you that have joined us. I see all of you from Facebook. Omotunde Atafo, thank you so much. Signal is live and clear in Anambra State. It's good to have you. All of you from, I see you guys on YouTube. Thank you so much. My sister NM, it's good to have you on Facebook today. All of you on X, all of you on YouTube, all of you on Facebook, all of you on TikTok. Thank you guys for coming out again on this beautiful Monday evening on the Emir Sirdam show. Before we jump into the conversation, as I always say, also on our ground floor, on our ground rules, for those joining us from other platforms, today will be entertaining. I'm sorry I keep saying this all the time, but I hope in fact, let me just promise this. Let me promise this, right? Before we get to the election season proper, I will make sure that this platform, when we come out on this platform, every platform you join in from, you can reach out. You can join the conversation. You can call. You can make your inputs. I will have to make sure of that, because it's going to be very, very unfair, because I've been having people ask me this from other platforms. How can they join the conversation? Because they want to air their view or their opinion and they cannot. This is actually a TikTok show. We actually started this show on TikTok because we saw a very huge gap in information, the information gap on TikTok, whereby when you hear Nigerian TikTok, I always say this: what you always hear from Nigerian TikTok is DJ Chicken, Salo, Pella, and the rest. You know this, and it's not taken time from these young users, but the conversation are not conversations that adult minds want to join, or people that are the kind of way we think here will want to join, right? The platform. So we have to come, and unfortunately, whether we like it or not, millions of Nigerians operate through this app, and the people that currently control the country or are running the country down, as the case may be, they understood the assignment on time and they joined this app. They have created a what I call the humongous following on this app through different means, through divisive means. You see the height of bigotry in Nigeria is now on TikTok. The height of divisive narrative on Nigeria is now on TikTok. The height of promiscuity on conversations in Nigeria is now on TikTok. TikTok is just known for so many dirty things, right? So my idea, and people that actually push me, said, you have to be on TikTok, and people that I say, please, we have to change the narrative on TikTok. So we're trying to build a community on this platform of sane Nigerians. So when you hear TikTok Nigeria, you can say, you get one group where I enter. I was scrolling through and I saw one group like this sensible Nigerians saying the right things that I don't hear. Right? So I've been on this platform and I see people that are kings on TikTok and they say that Nigerians, that they are bigots everywhere. I say this because of the way you guys have formed a bigoted algorithm on this platform. So we are trying to change the narrative. It's not been easy, but it's been worth it, because we can see growth every time we come out here. We see new people coming out to testify of what we're doing on the platform. So for me, that's the most important thing. And that is why, as we are doing on TikTok, we have to try and see how we can push it across other platforms also. So that's why I'm trying my best to see that I'm streaming this live across different platforms. So we're live right now on X, we're live right now on YouTube. So when you're speaking on the platform, don't think you're not speaking to only people on TikTok. People on X are listening to you. People on Facebook are listening to you. People on YouTube are listening to you. That's what we're trying to do. So for me and for people on TikTok, as I always say, please, we have a target anytime we come out here every night to make sure we hit nothing less than 100,000 likes. So if you're joining us, please, if it's your first time, you don't understand what I mean by likes, and I have to put this disclaimer also, please, when I say power tap your life, all I mean is just to be touching your screen. Pa. You hear the tap. Just keep tapping your screen until you see we get to over 100,000 likes up there at the top right or the top left of your screen. Then you can now rest. Please don't rest until you see you have got 100,000 likes. And please, it is free. TikTok don't collect money from your phone. And TikTok don't give me the money. No, because I know Nigerians, when they hear say do something, they always say, I never said from that angle. My brother went in Nigeria will remind me, say, he came and announced it. Because Nigerians, when they say do something, it could be like, say, maybe if I like this life, they could convert them to money, give Saddam. No, please. One kobo, TikTok going to give for life, for like. The only reason why I do this, I say this, is because the more likes we have on this platform, the more TikTok, or the way the TikTok algorithm works, it works in a way whereby it's a give and take algorithm, right? It's like a very symbiotic algorithm. So the more I'm speaking, the more you guys are liking or gifting or sharing or reposting, the more the algorithm feeds off that something big is happening on this platform. And what it automatically does is that it pushes this live up the FYP. So if people just scroll into their TikTok right now, the TikTok algorithm will push us live. So they'll see that, okay, something's happening here. And that's how we get new people. So when I ask you to like the live, is because I want us to have a very interactive platform whereby TikTok can recognize that we're actually doing something. It's not like see one kobo, they come for the likes. Please, no. The only time I can convert, probably, if you want to, you say there's something that is getting from this live, is people that will give me gift, which people know that I don't get. Before I see gift here, they take. If when I come, I see people give me rose. If you convert the rose, now nothing, I'm very appreciative of it. I like it too. I'm grateful. I thank God. But it's not as if there's anything in it. Please, I'm not doing this for money. If I was doing this for money, there are people that open their lives like I do here, don't even have half of the numbers or the audience we have here. And before you even come up to speak, they will charge you 50,000 naira. If you're here, you verify it. If you go there, you see them, right? They charge people for their lives, but I do not charge people to speak here. You come up here, you want to speak, please. I am open to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Come and speak. Thanks so much, Ola. It is just my own way of contributing to the conversation because for me, I understand that for Nigeria to grow as a country, we must have this kind of conversations. We must. Okay, thank you, Walt Smith is unconfirmed because I'm sure say you don't pay. If you don't pay for that life, I know that okay, you see people they confirm for the comment section. I'll be I know they charge. Before you see I'm 25K for 15 minutes. You see how I be guys, you like say I go begin do make I know, make una advise me. Make I know. Because if that's all I go down hammer now, I go down to retire, I go help begin talk to TikTok chairman. Hey, this is my life. Do not people request? Let me put 7 people requesting for the mic right now. See I don't already get like 5 people request for the mic right now. That's 25K. 25K. Oh boy, 100 pa. Chop. Make una tell you, make I begin shampoo, make I begin know that I'm going to charge you now. I don't be big man, make I know. I don't feel blame if you do have. No, yeah. Money is tempting. I'm not here for the money, though. Let's keep it as we're going. I think the merrier. Maybe when we start having 1 million people, I'm not going to say, I'm gonna put out for billion. But for now, let's just keep it as it's going. But thank you so much, guys. I just have to set the ground rules, please. All you can do to encourage me on this live, I beg you guys, if you enjoy what you do here, all you can do for me, if you feel like gifting, I appreciate it. But what you can do for me is please like this live. Just be tapping the live. That's the only thing you can do. And I can be encouraged to say, okay, tomorrow I can come out again. I beg. Very, 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 very important. Oh, down there, coach, so they go pay. Oh, they go, hey, now so they're going to build APCU. Blessing are down there, yes. No, if I begin charging APC people now, they go best. I don't go charge anybody. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I see you guys already. Please, one more thing again, please. Before we start the show properly, I just want to encourage every one of you listening to the sound of my voice. This is the last thing you can do for me now. Then we'll start the show. Whoa, thank you so much. Thank you. The last thing you guys can do for me right now is please, let's share the live, guys. Please. Everybody share the live to 10 or more people. Facebookers, please share the live. Share the live. Please share the live, guys, to your WhatsApp stories. Share the live to your X page. Share to your YouTube. Anywhere you can share it, please, guys. Just share the live. Let's get these people. Let's get it right viral right now. Everybody, please. If you're on YouTube, please share the live. If you're on X, repost, retweet the live, repost the live. Please, everybody, I want to see you guys doing that for me. That's the only way you can help us grow the live, please, guys. So people can be more aware that we're here doing something. Please, it's very, 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 very important. All right. I'm going to start this live this way now. Let me start this live this way. With something that really.
And when we're paying subsidy. So we have generated more revenue from everywhere. Yes. Nobody is seeing any improvement. What was done is that when this government started, number of people that are poor were 87 million. Now we are being told that we are being threatened at 79%, which is 181 million, which they have doubled the poverty rate. So where is the savings? Where is all this? We are brutal in imposing hardship for people, yet they have no gain for their suffering.
All right, I think that's why I'm going to start the show today. He's been on the trending topic, and I think he's going to be trending all through the week. That's how powerful the man is. When he comes out to speak, everybody starts talking about him. You know, the irony for me is when I see the supporters of this government make comments, make tweets. In fact, the spokesperson to the president came out today, Baron Adigan, said after he watched the interview for the first 30 minutes, then he switched off his television. I'm like, wow, you've been watched for 30 minutes, safe. Okay, that's exactly the man at the center of the storm right now. And like this proverb, African proverb that said that people don't throw stones at unripe trees. They only throw stones at trees that are ripe, right? When the mango tree is ripe, that's when people throw stones at it. If it's unripe, nobody throws stones at it. This guy has made an interview yesterday, 2 hours, sit along with Seun. So many talking points from that interview that we can break these talking points all through and speak about it all through the week. In fact, all through the month, all through into the next month, into the next 2 months, talking points, choke that affects every single thing. But for me, I'm going to start by just rephrasing and bringing Nigerian people's mind to what has always been, what we have seen in the media for the past couple of months, vis-a-vis how the conversation has been. You see people go on all these platforms, Sheun platform people. I'm going to go hard on Sheun today, and at the same time, I'm going to still. I see that every disappointment is a blessing. I see that this is journalism, actually, right? In journalism, there are as long as the boundaries are not does not go towards personal attacks, any question should be on the table. But when you, as a person, as a journalist, you've created a niche of always turning every conversation towards this one person, then I see it as a problem when this one person comes in and you now want to turn the whole conversation on him also. That's the only problem I have with this Sheun's interview, because when I saw when he going through all the tribal side of the conversations, trying to ask, some kind of questions that I did not probably sit right with me. I understand that's journalism, right? If it was someone that was, I believe, that has always stayed on the center asking such questions, I won't have a problem. But you see time and time again that every single person that sits on Sheun's table next to Sheun, either on his podcast, the Mic On podcast, or on his Sunday show, or on his daily show on Channel TV, he always bring this conversation back to Mr. P2B. I don't know why he does it. I won't say I don't know why he does it. I know why he does what he's doing, because I understand that P2B is the main attraction. I understand that P2B is the trap, he's the clickbait. He's the reason why I want just P2B, people will rush. People rush. Everybody's always, he's the main thing. So he's like the Messi of Nigeria. If you don't talk about P2B, you don't go trend. You understand? That's how it is, right? So that's exactly how engagement and views, my brother, engagement exactly. So probably I feel like, but it gets to a point where it now becomes like it is, you know why you're doing what you're doing. Well, Peter B sat down with him yesterday, and I expected the engagement the way it went. Will I say I saw a different Peter B? Not really. I will say I saw a more direct Peter B that was not directly going for the jugular, unlike before that he always tried to take the high hand, or probably take the high road. Sorry, always calm, always trying to play it safe, right? But I think you now understand that all gloves are let loose. And people that you're dealing with are people that do not play fair. Anytime if they have the chance, they will smoke you. These people do not play fair. If they put them before this live right now, they are smoking you for free. They don't care about you. And he had to go all savage yesterday. I was so impressed watching. And I'm going to confess. There is nothing P2B wants to say today that I do not know. There is no P2B achievement. Okay. Let me rephrase this now. Of his personal life, I do not know much of his personal life and his private doings. Thank you so much, my brother Mide. But when it comes to his public life, there's virtually nothing about P2B, and that is what affects me personally, that I do not probably know. I might say I know at least 70 or 80%, and which is, let me say 70%, which is good enough for me to have made my judgment upon this man. So I'm not even eager to hear or see P2B go on interviews. Personally, for myself now, I'm saying this for myself, because there's nothing he wants to say publicly that I do not know. So, apart from his private life, that I know that there are so many things he does in private, there are so many people that he has empowered, there are so many things that he has done that I do not know. So that when it comes out, I'm like, oh wow, he did this, he did that. I'm shocked there, but those things are not enough to convince me or to change my mind on the personality of the person, right? So there's not this anticipation of, oh, Peter is going for an interview. I don't have it. I'm just like, okay, whatever comes out, I just take it, because I already know where I'm standing. I already know what he has to say. I already know what he did. I said this, that I support P2B not based on what I'm going to hear him say or what I'm going to hear he's going to do, but what I know he did as a governor. That's why I'm supporting him. His antecedent as a governor is what I will put my neck on the line. I will tell, and it's for me, it's a sure. Those are gambles say there's not like sure bet. it's a sure bet for me that from what Peter Obi did as a governor, that if he does 30% of what he did as a governor as president, Nigeria will change forever. I'm certain with that, and I can put my neck on the line for it. So I'm not going to come out and say, oh, that I've watched the 2 hours of the interview. I'm a liar. I will not lie and say that. If I say I've watched the 2 hours of the interview, I lie to you people, guys. I have just sat back and I've been watching short by short. In fact, the combination of the 2 hours interview I've watched now is probably, let's say, maybe 45 minutes that I've watched. But in it lies so many things that I've known as a person, so many things that I've said as a person. If you're on the platform here, if you're a regular on this platform, you remember when I came out here and I was talking about when I talked about schools Peter Obi built. I actually have a video in my of one of my videos I've made about Peter Obi schools he built. Please, when you're done, go and check my. And if you want the full interview, please, I want to know your comment on the comment section also. Like what I would like this is going to be an open floor of dissecting that whole interview, right? But if you check one of the videos I've always made, you will have seen where I spoke about how Peter Obi built Anambra State University, currently called Odumegwu Ojukwu University, the Ibariam campus. It was an evil forest. It was a bush. Nothing. There's no life on it. He cleared them from grass, built that place ground up. I've made videos about it. So me hearing him record this when he was asked that question, when Sherman was asking, they said he did not build any school. I'm like, are you for real? I've made videos like this, so it was not new to me, but it was good for him to clear the air on that aspect. It was also good for him to address the so-called, when they talk about Nigeria, when we talk about Nigerian politics, you always hear Nigerians. There's this common say we always say in Nigeria that all politicians are the same. I grew up hearing that phrase for so long. I almost believed that phrase. That, in fact, to the point whereby when Peter Obi was even governor, and when he passed out and everything, and when his time finished, I still had that notion of all politicians are the same, because it is an ideology that you always hear. And I say this all the time, that's why for me, getting into the media as a person, one of the greatest narrative, one of the things that pushed me to media is that I saw the power of information. I saw the power of multiple information being spread by 1 billion people can be deceived to believe that a lie is the truth. 1 billion people. And in a world that we're living in right now, that 1 billion people can be pressing their phones down, all being deceived. Sorry, I have to take this shot. Just sorry, I have to take this shot. It's not part of it, but I have to take this shot. It's just like over 1 billion people on earth now believe that Ronaldo is better than Messi. You see, I have to digress, but it's the truth. Because 1 billion propaganda now, 1 billion people can be on their phone, they don't even know, and they'll tell them, okay, let's compare. 1 billion people can believe that Tinubu is better than Peter Obi. I'm like, how? Let's bring out the facts in performances. Let's rate these people performances as governors. They were both governors, right? Okay, let's do governors head to head. If I bring out the same thing as statistics, Ronaldo and Messi head to head, you see, I will bring it out and say it Dustin. But 1 billion people have been convinced that this is the truth, and 1 billion people will die on that truth, even if it is false. So for me going to the media, it was me knowing that I have to be able to come into a space and no matter what people are saying, if the whole world are believing this lie, I will stand on my truth. Because as long as you have facts and figures backing you, no matter how the lie want to be misrepresented, you must always stand on your facts and figures. That's why I've always run my platforms based on facts and figures. You can go and follow me. If you're following me for the past 5 years, you always know my platforms are, my emotions, right, can deceive me. But the truth of the matter is that 57 people are in this life right now on TikTok. I might be feeling like, oh, I'm talking to 57,000 people. But the truth of the matter is that there's a fact that it have gotten to 60 people now, okay, that there are just 60 people on this life. On TikTok, I'm not talking about other platforms. So if you join other platforms, then there are hundreds already, right? So I'm always of that objective. So I ask myself questions. I look at these people and I'm like, when it comes to governance, when it comes to the metrics that direct how governance is being equaled or is being ranked or is being rated, how did these people fare as governors? and you juxtapose it with what they actually earn. Because you see, Nigerians, there's this crazy thing we do. You look at someone, compare a governor of Akwa Ibom to a governor in Zamfara. It's going to be crazy to expect that the governor in Zamfara will outperform the governor in Akwa Ibom by any means. It is not possible, because first of all, you have to look and remember that Akwa Ibom is one of the richest states in Nigeria. They're one of the states that receive one of the highest federal allocation coming to the state. There's an oil-dependent state. They have so many things that are working for them compared to Zamfara. I'm not even talking about solid minerals right now. I'm talking about federal allocations, right? How the money comes into the state, and also IGR generated. What generates IGR for Zamfara? So you cannot weigh these two governors just like simply say weigh Lagos and Anambra State. I'm saying Lagos State have been capital of Nigeria for the past since 1904 or 1906. It has been the capital till 1991, close to 100 years. All the major infrastructures in Lagos State were built by the military. The current biggest road infrastructure in Lagos that we speak today still remains the third mainland bridge. Was built by Babangida, Abi Shagari, then completed by Babangida also. So I asked myself, what did Tinubu do in these 8 years? I started asking myself, okay, let me go and find out. Did he build bridges? Did he build schools? Did he build hospitals? He generated IGR, highest ever. Where is that money? If you remember the video I played right now, starting the same thing P2B just said. In fact, let me play it again for you guys to understand. Let me replay it again for you guys to see what I'm saying. The same format Tinubu did in Lagos is what he's doing in Nigeria right now. The same format. He's an old, they say they cannot teach an old fox new tricks. So there's nothing teaching Tinubu now. He's just replaying what worked for him in Lagos, but on a grander scale. In Lagos, you hear them say please, I'm saying what I'm saying right now. They say that he generated IGR, Abi. He saved this one, that one. You hear them all say he raised money in Lagos, raised money in Lagos, raised money in Lagos. Listen to P2B here, please.
Far more than when we were paying subsidy. So we have generated more revenue from everywhere. Yes. Nobody is seeing any improvement. What we've done is that when this government started, number of people that are poor were 87 million. Now we are being told that we are being threatened by 79%, which is 181 million, which they have doubled the poverty rate.
So Tinubu have come out again and told Nigerians we are now saving money. We are now generating income like the same Lagos format. Income generation. No government have generated billions like this government. It's not showing the life of the Nigerian people. We're not seeing it in infrastructures. We're not seeing it in the economy. We're not seeing it anywhere. Where is all this money going to? The same question we asked in Lagos, we're asking in Nigeria today. You saw the man called Babachir Lawal come out and say that Tinubu does not believe in budgets. And it is true. Tinubu 8 years as governor of Lagos, nobody can bring out Lagos budget. It is all opaque. You cannot see and tell us this is how Lagos was run under Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 8 years. You can't see their budget. The same thing has happened in Nigeria right now as we're speaking. This is August ends, July ends this week. The 7th month of the year 2026 begins this week. Of the year 2026, Nigeria is still operating in 2024/2025 budgets. We are expecting that by September 2026, we should have implemented 30% of the 2025 budget in 2026. That's what I'm telling you for you. So when I saw and I heard all this, I'm like, here we go again. For us that have been following this man from day one, we understand how this man operates. But for me, it's so important to be able to go up on air and tell Tinubu, come out from the bunkers. It is easy for you to steal an election and say that you're the president. But it's another thing for you to run the country like a president. A president of Nigeria should not be hiding in Aso Rock. You should be out there talking to the Nigerian people, hearing from the people that you claim voted you to power. You should be dissecting in real time what is happening, not showing us photo ops of your table filled with my table says more arranged than a table. You see table scatter the paper up and down. Peter B asking, where are you, sir? Come out from the bunkers. Peter B also talked on something that actually I'm going to open up the live right now, so other people can just come in right now. But Peter B mentioned on something that for me is one of the talking points of these politicians when they always try to put him in the bracket of all politicians are the same. Meanwhile, trying to say that all politicians are crooks, all politicians are criminals. And I was making a video today that I posted this evening, and I was like, I was thinking at the top of my head, I said, since 1999 till date, we have had over 100 people, Nigerians, that have become governors in our country per state, across the states. Over 100 individuals. For those that want to understand, for those that are probably sitting on the table, let's say your seat undecided, you don't know who to choose. I'm presenting these people for you to understand in the plainest way ever. Over 100 people applied for a job. Many of them got the job, did their time, and left. In fact, the majority of the 100 people are done serving and they have gone. So their scorecard is in public for every one of us to dissect and discuss and argue on, as like we might say, as the case may be. The first 36 sets happened to be the set that had Bola Tinubu in it. The first 36. Then the second set, that was the second 36. P2B was in that second set. In fact, P2B started at the twilight end of the first set. That's 2006. He started because of his stolen mandate that was stolen in 2003. So he had to reclaim his mandate and start in 2006 and serve time up until date. And I always say, I can come out here and I will lie to you. But it is good that we now have tools. I'm not a firm believer of AI or telling people, I believe that you should be able to use your brain to think. But it is good that we have tools today that have made life more easier for us to do research more easier, quicker, faster. Because as I'm speaking right now, you can check for yourself. Of all these 100 people, you can ask who performed best across different sectors, and you will see the answer for yourself. But one angle that I will always stand on for me, which is the most important angle for me, is the angle of accountability. The angle of knowing that as a public servant, public funds are meant for the public good, not for your private. That is the most important angle. Any other angle, we can debate every other thing across different angles. Who built more roads? Who built more schools? Who built more houses? Who built more this? Who bought more cars? We can debate all these things. But if we can all agree that a public servant is actually a public servant and that the funds allocated to you belongs to the public, then we cannot agree and understand accountability. The problem we have in Nigeria is that we do not allow or agree on accountability. We don't see accountability as something that should be cherished. That's why we are failed as a people in Nigeria. And that's why over the weekend, when what they call this man, Babachir Lawal came out and said his own version of how they sponsored Buhari's campaign, of how he went to Bola Tinubu and Bola Tinubu financed hugely Buhari's campaign, financed Osibanjo's campaign, and actually paid Obama's media aide, David Axelrod, Obama media consultant team, the people that laundered Buhari's image, over $2 million to help launder Buhari's image, that Tinubu funded this thing. I saw so many Tinubu supporters on social media clapping and saying, you see, now Tinubu make Buhari president. Excuse me. God. Say without Tinubu, Buhari will not be president. And I asked myself, I was like, was that the right question we should have asked as a people? I saw one that I felt like, you see, education is education. You might be educated, but you're still dumb and stupid. You might know book, but you don't get sense, right? I asked that question. I was like, the question that any right sensible person should think, if you're not already damaged psychologically, and see, many of us are damaged. We don't even know that we're damaged. If your first thought when you saw that post or that statement from Babachir Lawal is that Tinubu helped Buhari. My brother and sister, you already been damaged. You don't even know. It's not even an insult. I'm being frank with you. Because the question that would have come to your mind or sense is that how can one man afford to fund a presidential election in a country of over 200 million people? What is his business? Even Dangote, that they claim to be the richest black man in the world, cannot come out and say he can fund a federal elections. Do you know the logistics involved? Do you know the finance involved? How did that man get that money? What are Tinubu businesses? Let's start from there. Who can name Tinubu businesses before he became a governor? Even now he has become a governor, we can talk. He owns TVC. He owns then you can see all these hotels that are claiming that he owns, and all the lands that he has collected from people, and all the money, the Lagos money that he has carried to his pocket, Alpha, Beta, and the rest. What was Tinubu's business before he became a governor that he can fund a federal election in Nigeria? And that is the right question any sensible Nigerian should be asking. But I saw Tinubu supporters openly cheering. You see our Jagaban, that he give more. And I'm like, my God. Then I remember Peter Obi's statement that any country where politicians are more richer than the businessmen, that country is doomed. Let me repeat this again. Any nation on earth where politicians are richer than businessmen that do business, that spend money, that import, that export, that have companies, that have factories, that country is doomed. And Nigeria is already doomed. We just have to, we are at the point of, can we save us from this doom that we're already in right now? That we celebrate politicians with no source of income, wealth without enterprise. Wealth, you will see politicians ask, what is the source of this man's wealth? Who will be wicked from a local government chairman to chief of staff to minister to governor to minister? But look at the properties these people have. Look at the houses they have. Look at the way their children are living lavishly. What is the source of their income? That is where I respect you to be above every other person, because remember, I'm going back to our rule of 100 people plus that came into the house as governors. Only one man in Nigeria as it stands today, in fact, only two, one living, one dead, saved money for their states as governors. And even the one that is dead, the money he saved is up to 2% of what the one that is living today saved. The late Yaradua saved 5 billion for Castina. That was even what made Obasanjo say, come, let me make, you're my endorsed candidate. That's why even I now see why Obasanjo is pushing Peter Obi, because the two people Obasanjo have openly something with their chest, saved money when they could have stolen it. Peter Obi saved $150 million in 3 banks and 75 billion naira in 3 banks. These are money that he would have stolen for himself, and nobody will say anything because of the way he performed as a governor. No eye they will not bet any eye. Nothing will happen. Not highest in the EFCC. Do Puri go set if we set to EFCC chairman out 5 billion, you will never hear his case again. All the 100 plus governors I've called, I've just referenced right now. Which of them have served time? Did they not all loot their states dry? Tinubu looted Lagos dry to the point that when Tinubu was living as a governor, despite all the IGR he generated, Tinubu still borrowed over $1 billion. Please fact check me. Tinubu left Lagos indebted to the tune of over $1 billion in 2008. That $1 billion today will be over $50 billion in 2008 to now, based on current FX. Nobody arrests Tinubu. Nobody arrests all these governors up and down. But one man felt it and said, no, let me save this money for my state. And he saved it despite all what he did in governance. He understood that public money is meant to be for public good. Public money is not my money. It doesn't belong to me. And that is what set him apart from all these other people. That is the reason why people like us can stand and say, this is the man that we want today to be the next president of Nigeria. Not people that have shown that they don't understand the value of money. That when they see public money like that, to loot, that to steal everything I was a couple of my friends over the weekend. We're talking. Every minister under Bola Ahmed Tinubu today, many of them are suffering. Many of them cannot talk because Tinubu actually have collected all the money for their ministries, all their budget, for the past 3 years. They release anything. They steal everybody on. One man, what are you doing with all this money? What are you doing with all this wealth? That's what we found ourselves. So, guys, let me just open up the floor right now so everybody can come in and let's have this conversation. On the interview yesterday, I just hope Nigerians don't understand, because we've got to the point in our generation whereby people do not appreciate. Please, when you come up, just mute your mic while I bring you guys up. People do not appreciate the value of. Sorry, please. But we're going to the point where people do not understand the value of prudent leadership. People don't understand the value of what it means to, as a country, to save money for themselves. People don't understand the value of accountability, because we have criminals, we have crooks, people that cannot explain it. So you just say, this man a billionaire. Say this guy a billionaire. He get money. You see young Nigerians worshiping people that have money. Say, okay, what's the source of his wealth? You don't know. Instead, they will tell you that when he was poor. Sorry, please. When you come up here, just mute your mic, please. Thank you. Instead, they will tell that when he was poor, did you ask him what caused his poverty? Now that he has money, you ask him for the source of the income. It's not a bad thing to ask for the source of somebody's income. And I'm not even concerned about public and private individuals. You can, whatever you do, you can. If you're committing fraud, I hope they catch you. But I'm talking about public servants. Well, guys, welcome to the show tonight. Let me just open up the floor. Okay, let me just take some comments from YouTube, and I'll bring you guys up right now. Welcome, guys. I'm going to start to Zamzibo. HV says, "What my TikTok handle is actually the Emir Sirdam Show. You can just go on TikTok and search for the Emir Sirdam Show. That's what we're streaming this show live from right now. Meanwhile, guys, please, I want to just encourage every one of you that have joined us tonight on my platform. For you that are joining late, one more time our ground rules, because I know that as we start speaking on what we're speaking right now, you people that cannot hold sensible conversations, you people that have been programmed to reason like animals, will always be on my life. Please, on my life, I do not tolerate bigotry, right? You can say what you want to say on the comment. You can insult me, you can call me anything you want to call me, but please, the moment I see you share bigotry on my platform, I will just block you or mute you or throw you out of the live. If we have 5 people here that are having sensible conversation, it's for 5 people that have sensible conversation, right? But I know that, especially people that support this government, I open up the live for everybody to come up here and speak. I don't care where you stand on the aisle of the conversation. It is free for you. If you love your God, if you appreciate this government and what they're doing, come up and speak. I'm not going to hold you back. But what you're not doing in my life is to come on my life and try and throw those tribal slurs on the platform to anybody speaking as you don't like the person. Just please, let's try and keep it as civil as possible on the platform. Let's have civil conversation. I know people are not good. I know people are not used to such things, but please try and learn. I know you guys can host lives and talk about other candidates, what they said on interviews, even when Tinubu really see Nigerians finish. Tinubu really sees supporters finish, honestly speaking, because Tinubu sees his supporters like bunch of zombies. A man that is over 3 years in presidency, and I cannot for the life of me say that Tinubu have had one media chat for just his supporters. It's honestly speaking, right? Honestly speaking, if you're an educated person, you're an exposed person, and this is the level of governance you're satisfied with. I don't even know what to say to you. I honestly pity you. I honestly pity you, because if you're satisfied with having a president that do not speak to you, that you see like a god, like a deity, like Sango or like Amadioha, you worship him, you worship the ground he walks on. He cannot speak to the media. There's what they call media chats. Any sensible president should be having media chat at least once in every quarter. Let's say you're too busy. Once every quarter of the year, you call the media, you talk to your people. That's what, and this is what, you want busy past Donald Trump? Tinubu, are you busier than Donald Trump? Where every 2 minutes, Donald Trump in front of media. That's how you talk to your people. You're not a god, you're not a monarch. You're not a king. But when you see that you people, he has reduced the level and the brain capacity of his supporters, that the only time they see him is on campaign. They cannot wait for campaign to come. So he'll come out and do his broom. Top to bottom, and they will shout, "Hey, Jagaban!" You people cannot wait. But people can spend 2 hours listening to the interview of a man that's not in power, and open your spaces and dissect and make tweets about the man that's not your president. Can't you see that your brains are not functioning anymore? Kai, God help you people. Let me open up the live, my sister Zamdi. Zamdi, it's good to have you on the platform. You have 5 minutes, please. Welcome.
Good evening. Thank you for all that you do. If you like, let Peter Obi not say one thing from here to Jericho. Let him not make one statement. Let him not tweet anything. He has my vote 24 hours. Because I can't wait to see a president that can actually express himself, stand before the media and answer questions, not the one that's on the way to France to pump blood every 1 month. Then he stays there for 3 weeks, comes back like an old vehicle that is changing oil. I can't wait to see a president that foreign bodies won't have scandal to wave over his head in order to do their bidding. I can't wait to see a president that actually understands what the average person is going through. I can't wait to have a president that has the trajectory of running a business, has a trajectory of running a state with evidence. Until tomorrow, this vindictive government, if they had one scandal on him, they would have released these things. And they can't till tomorrow. Okay, the biggest scandal is that, he saved money in the bank where he had shares. I beg, save for us. Let Tinubu go and save money in the bank where he has 100% shares. Let him show us. Let our life be better. Let him give us schools that are functional. Let him secure us so that we can walk on the road. See, it's after 11, I can talk. I'm not saying, is somebody coming? I am working, I'm in front of my computer, there's light, there's internet. Yes, we are paying for it, but we're not paying for darkness. I can't see way to have a president that understands issues, that can go around the world, that have the energy, not the one that will stay at the airport for 10 minutes. So if you like, let him, I'm not waiting for him. Again, I don't really get angry with APC supporters. Because, to be honest, an average Nigerian is traumatized politically. We don't know what a good governance looks like. It's been a long time. We can't remember. Many of us that are young or alive or whatever, under 50, perhaps we don't really know what governance, except we've gone out to experience how a society runs. Our psyche is really damaged. We don't have good driving system, no transportation system. We don't understand that your leaders should not have a separate life than you. They're not more humans than you are. We don't understand those things. We have a wrong relationship with power. That's why we need a Peter Obi to just come and just show a semblance of what governance should look like, how a society runs, how a leader behave and relates to the people. I'm not waiting for any podcast. Let him, if you like, because we're not saying he's perfect, but look at all the options. Just look at all the options. I beg, me and busy. I have deadlines to meet. I just wanted to say hi and thank you for all you're doing.
Thank you very much, my sister. Thank you very much. You just said something that just hit me. I just remember over the weekend also. Nigerians, please. I know that I'm not speaking to all Nigerians, I'm speaking to the ones that are here. Please take this message to the people that you know. I beg. We have to fix our country. We have to fix our country. And I'm also coming out to now say absorb like Peter B also is perfect. He did not do this also. Peter B's children were all raised abroad. They're all UK citizens. Even though the daughter came back to Nigeria and was a teacher. Right? There is this sense with this government I don't care how you people feel. We don't care how you people think. We don't care what you people want to do. Whatever you want to do, do it. Over the weekend, a sitting governor that cancelled graduation celebration in his state. Went to celebrate his own child's graduation in the United Kingdom. The minister in Nigeria flew his family in private jet to go and celebrate their own student graduation in the United Kingdom. Open celebration. It is not, I don't have a problem with you saying, okay, send your children abroad for the best of education, even though it's a hypocrisy. It's the fact that they openly celebrate this thing in our faces.
With our money.
With our
They
money.
cannot show us how they made that money. Even if it's of these children are abroad, at least they can show us how they made the money.
The insult to Nigerians is, I don't know how I don't know how we are comfortable taking these things, honestly speaking. And it's because of the psychophancy of the people that support this government. That is why they do this they rub it to our faces. They don't freaking care because they know that there are some idiots that will support them. When I made a comment, I made APC supporters. I truly agree with my research on the kind of people that support Tinubu. Because when I said it, I said, you people arm other people's children to be thugs, political thugs, and ballot snatchers. Then you go and celebrate your own children abroad. Under the comment section, I'm seeing people writing, if you reach your turn, make you send your own children, better go steal ballot box now. You see people on that weekend post say, sir, you're a great man. Thank you so much for Nigerians, APC supporters. Hi! We have to fix Nigeria. We have to fix Nigeria so that these people can see what a working Nigeria can be like. Maybe that bondage, brain bondage, they can be emancipated from it. Honestly speaking, we have a country to fix, guys. It is not laughing matter. It is not a play. It is real. Thank you, my son Zamzi. Let me run the mic right now to Ayekoto. Then I'll come to you, Queen K, in that order.
Please call somebody else. I'll come after that, please.
Oh, all right. I don't want to do a lady back to back. I just want to have. I want us to mix it up. So, Queen K, just wait with me, please. Be patient with me. Now let's come to King Abdul. King Abdul, please. You have the live. 5 minutes, please.
All right. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Great work, Sirdam. Actually, as for me, we have been talking about all these things for how long I can remember. But one thing I need to tell Nigeria, you should know that they have borrowed our generation, they have borrowed our generation yet unborn, and they have borrowed the generation that is not even, that we don't even think whether they are going to give birth to. Now, because recently I just listened to the news, Tinubu they have exhausted all the loan countries, no one is willing to give him. Now he's going to Germany to get a loan of almost how many billion again? Or millions of dollars. You understand? And one thing is that Nigeria is seeing all these things and Senate passed these bills within 4 hours. He brought the proposal that he wants to go and borrow loan, and Senate passed it within 4 hours. And we have an important issues that Senate is supposed to sit down on it and deliberate and for the betterment of Nigeria. But no, what they want is just the money in their pockets. If they say Tinubu is a mafia and some bigots will come here and say, Tinubu, we are insulting president, that we don't have respect. And that is what has led us to where we are today. When we see someone that has money, and a politician for that matter, you don't even know that he's not doing the right thing. You'll be sitting, kneeling down, and that is what is giving those people the power to do whatever they want to do. Peter Obi, look at the broadcast he did with one-on-one with what is the guy, Shinos. The guy spoke well, and he breaks down bit by bit for every Nigerian to understand what is happening, what is going on, and how to control your fund. Nigeria has this money. If it's not that Nigeria is rich, with all this money, all these things that I'm saying, Nigeria would have been broke. Nobody in Nigeria will have any money to feed anymore. But just that we have the resources, Nigeria should realize that we have these resources. It's just based on 200 and something people still down on it, eating this money. Tinubu, since he came on power, Tinubu have not one day, I don't know, someone should come and prove me wrong, all right? Tinubu have not granted any press requests. He's sending the boys, his dogs, to go to media and just make propaganda, and some people are there saying Tinubu is the best person. And I will keep saying this: if Nigeria meets 2027, Nigeria can never. Some people will say, the last time I said it, people say, "Am I God?" No, I'm not God. I'm in the UK. I've seen what working system is all about. I've seen what working system is all about. Like the reform leader, if they gave him 5 million almost 5 to 6 years ago before he think of even becoming a leader in the parliament, but now they are approving him from that money, and he's resigning from that position because of what they say is fraud. Someone that is not even, they don't have a political position before they give him that money. Now that he came out to stand for, you want to contest for the prime minister, they are bringing out that allegation. But Nigeria, we have people that have looted that money ×5, and they are still in government, and those people are still coming out to grant press briefing, and people are still hailing them. I don't know. For me, I don't feel like Nigeria is we the citizen of Nigeria. We are the issue. It's not the politicians. Because when we come out in mass and show them that yes, we know what they are doing and it will stop, this government will stop. Nothing they can do. But because they know that they have some set of people, when these people is coming out, some people are coming out to counter the comment, or they are coming to press to counter the words some people have said. Like now, some people in the comment section are there countering what you are saying that Tinubu is the best, that if it's easy, why Peter will be no win? Someone wrote it on your comment section. If it's easy, why Peter will be no win? Peter will be won that election. Why is it that they brought out the result when everybody's asleep? They should do it. They should support. In the UK, immediately they are doing. I've voted in the UK more than 5 times in the UK. Now they just brought one. They just brought one for me yesterday. I just submitted it because I will be voting for the prime minister, the general election that is coming. The way they conduct the election, even though I'm at work, I can take break for just 5 minutes or 15 minutes. I voted. Before 4 o'clock, the result is out. The way the election is conducted peacefully. You can be on your phone and you vote. And these guys that are giving INEC billions of naira or dollars to conduct this election, but still yet nothing is possible. And Nigeria is sitting down there. Look at the revenue that Nigeria is creating every single day. Now they're talking about budget that we don't have budget. How is the country running? Borrowing. Everything is expensive in Nigeria. My dad, I lost my dad last week. The money that we spent, the money that we spent in my dad's burial, I won't. Even the system, the hospital, the health system failed my dad in Nigeria. It failed my dad. That's why my dad lost his life. And people are there saying that Tinubu is the best.
So sorry, my brother, King Abu. So sorry, my brother. So sorry.
Set of people.
So sorry, my brother. So sorry. It's just Nigeria. Most times that's why I always come out from. My brother, please just take heart, please. Nigeria, I always say God. It's not even Nigeria. God gives and God takes, right? But the truth of the matter is that I say this from all certainty that 70% of people that die in Nigeria will survive in other climes. And this is me being very, very minimal with my own postulation. 70% of people that die in Nigeria will survive in other climes, because the basic things to check people, we don't even have them. How many?
Sorry, Sirdam. What killed my dad is just because of oxygen.
Oxygen. Oxygen.
They don't have oxygen in the hospital. Federal Medical Center.
Oh my goodness.
Before we take him to the private hospital, it's too late. Oxygen. When they told me, I was just like, is that serious?
Oxygen. But this government has budgeted trillion. You see, when we talk about bad governance, right? People don't understand. My brother, when Nigeria is true, 9 out of every 10 Nigerian deaths are avoidable. True. I don't think I bring them down. Because let's everything say we exaggerate. People will survive in order. Nigeria. Guys, we have to fix our country. Most when we speak about these things, and these are the things that if Peter say he can fix. These are things you can fix in the space of 2 months as a president. In 2 months as a president, you can order all this and they come to the country, and our healthcare system can be revamped. These are things. There are so many low-hanging fruits in Nigeria that any sensible government can come in and you will just see the change. When Peter B was saying, he said that you can feel it. It's not about propaganda. That his government will be the one that you can, when he say he's doing something, you can feel it. You will see it. Any government that is based on now statistics we go chop, National Bureau of Statistics say, IMF say, World Bank say, what are Nigerians saying? Any government that is based on all these fake numbers, you're saying nonsense. It is what can Nigerians see? What are Nigerians experiencing? What are we seeing in real time? Can we go to our healthcare system and say that there's abundance of oxygen? Yes, Tinubu is now working. Can we go back and say that there's defibrillators everywhere? Tinubu, we have healthcare workers everywhere. Our hospitals are up standard. You cannot say Tinubu is working, but as this is a federal medical center, it is under Tinubu's jurisdiction. There are no oxygens there. But an animal will come out and tell that Tinubu is working. How? Where? When the direct beneficiary of his work are not feeling it, it's insanity. My brother King Abdul, please, condolences from the house here tonight. God bless you, and please, condolences to the family. I don't know. Let me bring in Queen K right now. Queen K, good evening.
Yeah, I'm here now.
Oh yeah, I hear. Just please, let's take a lady, then I'll come to you, please.
Hello.
All right, go on, shoot.
Thank you. I want to join my voice with yours to send a condolence message to our brother that just spoke now. I was in a shoe many years ago when my dad also died for something that could be managed and prevented for a long time, but for the fact that our health system is not working. So I can relate with that. So that said, I just want to comment on Mr. Peter Obi's outing yesterday. It was a stellar performance. I don't expect anything less. Despite some provocable questions that Sheon Okibaloye asked him, he was able to answer those questions intelligently. I'm a Yoruba person, but I'm a detribalized Nigerian. I was not comfortable when he was asking him questions about the Igbo tribes and about the 1966 coup and the likes of what happened when Peter Obi was just 5 years old, putting the burden of the whole tribe on one man. And he answered the question very intelligently. If we are going to tell ourselves the truth, I'm speaking to the whole Nigerians now. If we truly believe the Igbos are part of Nigeria, this is not being paranoid. We must allow them to attain the highest office in the land. Because I always ask my Yoruba friends who used to say, well, we can't trust the Igbos. I asked them, I said, if it is Yoruba that is being treated like this in Nigeria, how will you feel? I feel the pain of that group of people for things done by their fathers that have gone. They are still being punished for it. To cry out loud, 1966, Mr. Peter Obi was either 5 or 6 years old. And so many other Igbos that were, they were not even born at the time. By now, we should have been healed of that and move forward as a nation. So when Sheon was asking that question, Mr. Peter Obi said, the healing has started, we start when we accept somebody like him to be the president of the country. I was very happy with that answer. That said, he also mentioned the issue of wastages in our governance. I think it was in 2008, 2009, I presented a paper in Faculty of Social Sciences, University of Lagos, on cost of governance. As at that time, in my research, I discovered that about 5% of our total budget at the time was being spent by the National Assembly, the two houses, that's Senate and the House of Rep, put together. Then the executives. When I'm talking about this, I'm not talking about civil servants. I'm talking about the executive arm of the government and the judiciary. The three arms of government, which they were less than 1,000, they were being allocated about 5% of our budget as at the time. But now I don't think it's going to be 5%. Maybe it will be way off like 10 or 15. So in real fact, we have a very large government in terms of government expenditure and cost of governance. And Mr. Peter Obi mentioned it. How will I be going out and I have a convoy of about 30 or 40 vehicles? And how will we have so many jets in the presidential whatever? And he also said there are so many expenses we could cut, and we will channel them to the right sources like education, health, and social welfare. Those are the three areas majorly, which is human capital components, that any government can spend money on, and it will be obvious and it will really reach out to every group in the society. Whether you are rich or poor, your health is important. Whether you are rich or poor, your education is important. And whether you are rich or poor, social welfare services is important. Even if you are not on social welfare service, but your gate man or your cook is on social welfare service, that person will not think of poisoning you or calling armed robbers or bandits to come and pick you up. Yes. So that is very important for us. And I'm very sure that if we continue in this path we are not going anywhere. We need a break from the current system we are in. We need somebody who can bring good ambience into our governance, somebody who can bring civility, somebody who can bring to our governance what we call civilization. Somebody who will come into our governance and it's not going to be, you are sure nothing like stealing government money, corruption, all those things will be stopped. And one thing about Nigerians, they are waiting for a right person. Nigerians can adapt easily. If Peter Obi gets to the office and it's no more business as usual, you'll be surprised that almost all our institutions will be working.
Facts.
You go to anywhere, everybody will be orderly. Remember, I wasn't a young man during the Buhari Diagon regime. People sat up within a short period of time. If you go to Ejorati today, they are still going up to enter buses in Ejora. Why? Because of that time of queue. Why? War against indiscipline. So this is not a military era, but when the body language of the president shows that it's no more business as usual, Nigerians will adjust, they will adapt, and things will get better for everybody. So I want to conclude to say that Nigerians, I'm appealing to you, let us back Mr. Peter Obi up. It's not for himself. We needed him more than he needed us. What? If we don't vote for him and he go back to his house, then we'll continue to smart with the current kind of government that we have. But if you are ready for a change and a new Nigeria indeed, and Nigeria that will be respected across the world, then let's vote for Mr. Peter Obi. Thank you.
Hi. Thank you so much, Mr. Yekoto. Thank you so much, sir. Well and aptly said. Honestly speaking, there was one part where he said yesterday, when Shehu said, so you're trying to say that you're rich. He said, I'm not by Nigerian standard, by global standard. Peter Obi is a billionaire. Peter Obi was a billionaire in his 40s. By all standards, globally. He get money. He has conquered with, he made money for politics. Legitimate source of income. Legitimate source of income. You can trace his money to everything he does. The banks he charged, his businesses, he did. So if Nigeria gets better and Nigeria does not get better, he has nothing to lose. It is me and you as Nigerians that are seeing someone that's trying to take us out from the other side of what we have been seeing for the past 60-something years of governance in our country. Somebody say, let's do it a different way. So for those that are saying, how will Peter Obi defend his vote? How we no. We should be. A friend told me, they said that Peter Obi is a once in a lifetime kind of politician. This kind of opportunity we will not see someone like this that is selfless. I'm not saying that there are not people that are even better than Peter Obi in Nigeria. They might be, but how many of them will be selfless enough to want to sacrifice their comfort? So do you understand? Peter Obi and Dangote set all them to Nelumelu and him boys. $10 and him boys. So those one are nepo babies. These people not rich. They are not his standard. If Peter Obi had just stayed in his private life, his mates are them Dangote them. He's not dealing with these boys. How will Dangote sacrifice this life he's living now to come out in public and say, let riffraffs like Dauda, we don't get anything, come to insult him because he wants to be president of Nigeria? Because he wants to fix what thing Nigeria working Peter Obi? He has not shown to be a thief of, if he's someone like a Tinubu now, that we know that he stole Lagos dry and come and say, we don't have money, I don't like money. He say, lie. Tinubu has been a creep, he has been a crook all his life. He's indicted for criminality in Lagos, in America. He has a past record of criminality. So he like money. Peter Obi has made money for himself as a person. He don't chop money for life. Choose say, make I fix my country. Let's change this norm. He can choose to go and retire in Monaco, in Ibiza, in one of the poshest islands on earth. He's a billionaire by every right. He can do it till Peter Obi dies. He can never be poor. He has built his, in fact, the reason why Tinubu cannot fuck with Peter Obi's many of his businesses is because Peter Obi is one of the fulcrum to the economy of Nigeria today. If they mess with Peter Obi's businesses, tens of thousands of lives in Nigeria will go down because he directly impacts the economy. Your banking sector is in hand. You can't fuck with such a person. So if that man choose to say he not do again, now me and you go. That's why I'm putting my life on the line for this man, because I want to use him. I must use him to get the Nigeria when I deserve. Nigeria must work in my lifetime. It's what we have to understand as a people. It is beyond all this nonsense sentiment. Thank you so much, Mr. Aeko. To God bless you, sir. Thank you. Queen K, please come in here, please. Meanwhile, guys, please, before I bring in the next set of speakers, please, guys, TikTokers, please, everybody, please power tap the live. I beg everybody, let's just be power tapping the live for the next 5 minutes, please. Just keep power tapping the live. Let's get our numbers up, please. Let's get our numbers up. And meanwhile, if you're joining us, we're discussing about Mr. Peter Obi on Channels TV yesterday. What you're taking? What did you see? What did you hear? What were you not impressed if it was anything like that? I just want to hear your take. I'm not, wherever you stand on the aisle, please come up here and tell us tonight, right? Thank you so much, Mr. Eko. Thank you so much, sir. All right, let me switch the mic right now. Please, guys, do not stop our tapping the live until we hit 100K. Please, everybody on the live right now, please hit we are enough numbers to do it in the next 10 minutes. If you guys actually do your part, I do my own part too. Make I do my own part, eh? Thank you. Queen K, can you hear me? Queen K. Queen K, can you hear me? All right. Uncle K, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Sirdam.
All right, please. Good evening. You have the live, please, in 5 minutes.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. My condolences to that brother that lost his dad last week. Please, the house is saying, ask our condolence. What impressed me most about Mr. Peter Obi is
Uncle K, sorry, please. Uncle K, sorry, please. Uncle K, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Please, are you using your earpiece?
Okay, let me remove it from here.
Please, just speak straight to your. And please, just for every other person that's up here that you want to speak, please just unmute your speak directly to your phone, it makes the audio more clear because we are streaming across other platforms. Meanwhile, guys, on other platforms, listen to me, please. Facebookers, please, let's share the live. Please share the live to your stories, share the live to your page. Let's get more people into the conversation. If you enjoy the conversation we're having here, we need more people. We need more Nigerians to hear such conversation. Let me just take a post from. Sorry, please just mute your mic, Uncle K, please.
Okay.
Vivian V from YouTube says, callers, absolutely, I love the contribution of this channel. Non-tribal, educated, intelligent, and smart individuals who care for the greater good of our people. Pure for president. Wumi said, I remember last year I was in the UK. I was very sick. I was on oxygen for 6 days straight. What saved me was that I moved to the UK in 2023 and I got sick in 2025 February. Probably if she was in Nigeria, her story would have been rest in peace. That's exactly the case of so many people that is in Nigeria today that are passing on every single day. I've said my story here, so it's not like I'm just, I say my story here. This is one of my most motivating factors why I speak against this country, that I lost my father to the system. Healthcare also. The healthcare system failed my dad. I lost my dad. The same story. You can hear it. You can hear 100 people coming and give the same story. And you say that, the same thing that happened to me happened to this my brother right now. King Abdullah lost his dad. Happened to Mr. Koto. It happens to every, until it happened to you, you understand how bad Nigerian healthcare is. And that's why many of us are speaking out on our chest, because we must fix it. We must fix our country. Because nobody knows tomorrow. It might just be unfortunate. Look at Chimamanda. Chimamanda, her son is an American citizen. He might just be on holiday in Nigeria when it will strike. That's how bad. People don't understand why we do what we're doing. You might have jackpot successfully. Then you go back to Nigeria for 30 December. Then it happens to you then. What healthcare system will save you? Our brother Anthony Joshua just won his boxing yesterday. And in the midst of his post-match submission, I saw how the emotions that he had when they asked him about the trauma he's passing through. Thank you so much. Over the past couple of months, the past 7 months. Anthony Joshua came to Nigeria for 30 December and lost his best friend and his trainer in Nigeria. Then they carry him like no ambulance to rescue him. This is a billionaire by all rights. That is Nigeria happening to you. No, this is not propaganda. This is you're seeing real time, real big people. Chimamanda's child died in Nigeria. If they were in America, they would have not, or it was in London, there was high probability that Anthony Joshua's people would have survived. But it is Nigeria, so you can even be saying, I know, you know, consign me. I know, after all, I'm not in Nigeria anymore. I don't jump, I don't get my red card. I don't get my red. One thing will make you feel come back to Nigeria. That can be when it will happen to you. Then what will you do? What will be your fate? You will be left at the mercy of this dead healthcare system. Then you now understand why we're crying for good governance today. Because bad governance is like a stray bullet. It does not discriminate. Today we're weeping for our brother Abdul. Tomorrow it might be you. Uncle K, please come in 5 minutes, please. Meanwhile, guys, please, let's keep our tapping the live, please, guys. Please, guys.
Okay. Thank you again, Sirdam. One of the things I enjoyed most yesterday from that interview was that he has finally put to rest that question that did he build any school? Because one of the things that P2B's tenure lacked during those years was PR, media. And he doesn't care about that because he has said to himself that I want to come and make a change in Anambra State. So I don't think he needs that PR. You understand? Because his people were feeling the impact of his governance then. But now that there's an higher stake, so it was now the beneficiary of those impact that are speaking up for him now. Now, when you come to that university, he said he cleared. That place he cleared was like a thick forest. I'm from Anambra State, so I can practically talk about it. Ibariam, that's formerly Anambra State University, now Ojukwu University. P2B built from scratch the Ibariam campus to depopulate the Uli campus. People don't understand that. So all these people saying, did you build any school? Did you build any school? Building the first heart center in Nigeria is no joke. And people should go and ask Nwankwo Kanu. He even partnered with them to the first center to do an open heart surgery in Nigeria. P2B built it. These are the numerous impacts this man did. But it surprised me that some people will see what is good. But due to the fact that tribalism has clouded their mind, they will see white and call it black, forgetting that your tribal man will have just 8 years, highest 8 years, and he will go. How has that impacted your life? I keep telling people, Saddam, I'm in South Cyprus. It's not clear for me, I come this country. But if I tell you that since I'm in this country, they've never taken light. That's the European side of Cyprus. They've never taken light. If they want to take light, they will announce 1 month ahead, both in radio, television, advert, on newspaper, 1 month ahead, and they will take light for 15 minutes. Solar will now be provided for hospitals. Do you know how organizations depends on their government that they don't care for solar? They don't care. In fact, it's government that will even bring solar for them to run on. They don't care on they don't have backup plan when it comes to electricity because they believe in their government. Just this year, they presented their balance sheet for last year, their budget. Do you believe that this country is running on a surplus budget of 800 million euros? People don't understand. For a government to run on a surplus budget, that means they've conquered everything in their budget. And there's no embezzlement. And after reading this, my brother, I cried for my country. When can we say that we have a surplus budget? We've not even finished 2024 budget. We are in 2026. We've not finished 2024 budget. Talk more about 2025. Now talk about 2026. Now we are making plans for general election that will have more budget, more money going into it. And somebody is ruling a country for almost 3.5 years with that budget. Let me say this, Adam. When I was in the SUG in school in Abia State, when a government wants to embezzle, they will not work with budget. Then we are still undergraduates. And when we now come back, we'll be having sittings to impeach that government that we elected before we went back home. Now, after graduation, I'm seeing this same thing play out in a country, like in a larger scale, operating a government without budget. The country, I'm sorry to say, is doomed, my brother.
Thank you, my brother.
A country without budget. Thank you for the opportunity, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Honestly, it's appalling when you hear a country that is being run without budget. It is what Tinubu have made normalized in Nigeria is insanity. And I'm saying this, right, because the funny thing about life is that table will always turn. And we're trying to make sure that Nigerians that this table turn in 2027. The people that have always, please just mute your mic, Uncle K, please. The people that have always shown signs, the real whalers when it comes to governance in Nigeria are these Tinubu supporters. They wailed for 15 years of PDP and got into power and have become worse than PDP. We know how they play opposition. One thing that I'm happy is that we are seeing them in power today. Nigerians can see. When we take back our country, from these criminals, they cannot have a voice anymore. I'm happy they're doing all these things. This whole abuse of power, let it keep going. Because even while they are in power, they are still playing opposition. Now see them be opposition for power. They are always aggressive, attacking and everything. When they now imagine when they're out of power, how these animals will treat any incumbent government. But we're waiting for them. That's what we're waiting for them. That's what many of us are waiting for them. We will remind you people these days the nonsense people enabled and supported. That 3 years in a democracy, we spent 8 years of Buhari. We did not see a president have media chats with the people. 8 years. 8 years. And you animals allowed it. You people supported it. You people backed it. You people encouraged it. You people defended it. Just because you wanted a freaking drug dealer to come back after Buhari. He has come in. He has continued in that same trajectory. And it is okay for you people. No wahala. We're not running a country without budget. No wahala. We're not running a country where a man can has borrowed more money in 3 years than the past 55 years of Nigeria. No wahala. It is all good for you people. We are here. Time will tell. Time will tell. This table will turn around. Let's come and see that people, that smelling gutter mouth people want to and do opposition or saying, forever people will die silent. You can never complain about Nigeria anymore. If people can allow and accept these criminals, you can never ever complain about Nigeria because Tinubu time was past. He will not be there forever. It's either he live normally or we pursue him or he buy. He will not live forever. He's not omnipotent. And when that time comes, we'll remember these days. Let's keep it going. Share PDP with a big mouth. PDP shout, we'll be here for 50-something years. What PDP did today? The party is dead. The table will turn. Queen K, if you're ready right now, please come up. If you can, if I can't get you now, I'll have to probably speak to you.
I'm here. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, Sirdam. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Please, I wanted to switch you to... Please, unmute your mic, please.
Okay. I just did.
You have the like 5 minutes, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Sirdam. Thank you, everyone. It's good to be...
Is it me? Meanwhile, guys, please, let's power tap the live. Very few people are power tapping the live, even though we're good in our numbers here. Please, if you're on the live and you cannot speak, the least you can do for us is to share the live, repost the live, and also join in power tapping the live. If you don't understand what I mean by power tapping the live, it just simply means by tapping, nothing else. Please. Okay, are you ready now?
Yes.
All right, let me start your time. Go on.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, host. Thank you, everyone. It's good to be here again to listen to like minds. It helps to, keep us, keep the faith going, keep encouraging us to keep standing for the truth. And I want to appreciate everyone who is still standing on the right side. And let's keep doing this. The fight is not yet over. We need to keep, I like to say, there are a lot of our people that are around us. We need to keep trying to bring them in. Yes, they stand for the truth, but they are not really doing anything. I know you don't have to be physically there in Nigeria, but you can be where you are and be doing the work. I keep telling them that, look, the fact that you are abroad does not mean that you've escaped from Nigeria. Nigeria is still there waiting for you. No matter what it is you're doing here, last you go home. And you still have people back home. If they call you tomorrow, say bandits don't reach your side, they don't displace your family, you want to send them go Cameroon, what will you do? Is it then that is going to concern you? Right now, the Nigerian affairs concern everybody. And I want us to keep talking to people around us, not just what we are doing. It's not enough because I know we're trying our best, yes. But you see, individually, let me use myself for instance now. I'm doing my own work on the ground with my people back home. The next person that in diaspora, your friend, you try to talk to them, see how they can also affect and influence their people back home to get their PVCs. Those that don't have it, encourage them, make sure you're out on that day. Everybody must be involved. Don't listen to anything that will scare you. These people cannot do anything. We need to eradicate fear completely from our mind. And every time I see other African countries, the way they are coming out in numbers against their government, like the fear of the people has to be the beginning of wisdom for corrupt politicians. We need to go back to that state. We need to go back to that state that when we say a thing, they will listen to us because they work for us. They serve us. Their purpose of being there is not to send their kids abroad. Their purpose of being there is not to groom their kids to come and run us tomorrow. Enough is enough. Their purpose of being there is not to acquire wealth that will keep their next 10th generation. Why a baby today cannot even find one egg or milk to drink. People don't even know where their next meal is coming from. They don't even know if they have any hope of drinking garlic tomorrow. And this thing is still in like 6 months' time. It's too far safe. You know, there is not enough time. Nigerians are hanging on a tiny thread. If we don't get it right this time around, in fact, it is over. It's not only over for people back home. Let's bear in mind, even we were there abroad. Now we affect most. That's the truth. Because if you look at it, I was talking to somebody some minutes ago, and it was about, okay, how Nigeria right now, you know, how being abroad now is different from many years ago when our uncles and aunties were in abroad. I said, look, those days, they did not have any dependents. They don't have people depending on them back home. Right now, you know, you have people hanging on you. You have people. Okay, thank you. You have people hanging on you. You have people depending on you. People looking up to you. How many mouths to feed? Even friends calling you here and there. It's not the same anymore. That Nigeria is not what we have right now. Nigeria we have right now is a Nigeria that everybody has to put one leg inside trouser. Where anywhere where Tinubu wants her, make we give her like that. Anyhow where he wants her, make we give her like that. We are calling on him to, you know, if he's not going to come down willingly, because we know that we are voting him out. If he's not going to respect himself and retire, whether he wants to go back and live with his grandchildren or be a superhero to his family and you know, do all the blueprint he has for his family, give them all the ideas he has, let him extend it to his family. Nigerians don't need it. If he's not going to do that, we're going to force his hands to do it. And we need to make them understand that fear. I want every Nigerian, when you speak about them, when you talk about them, let them know that you are bold. Let them know that you don't have any fear for them. Because that fear exactly is what they can smell. You know, fear has a smell. During the last election, they could sense it. I was so heartbroken. Like I was here, but I was so heartbroken. I couldn't go. But my family and everybody, all people around me, the people around me were there. And after I called, they were all down. My mom's voice was so low. I was like, what? I could feel it. I could feel how broken people were. Like they sensed it, and he gave us this attitude of do your worst. Go to court. Go to court. You know what that means? We're not going to any court. Which nonsense court? Is it the ones he has built houses for that we want to rely on to give us justice? No way. Nigerians are going to be the judge. Nigerians are going to be the INEC. If INEC refuse to do his job, Nigerians will take over and we are taking back our country. And it's high time they know that nobody is afraid of them anymore. We are getting them out of office. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my sister. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. That fear factor is what we must dismantle going to the next elections. It is an eye for an eye, a rig for a eye. Everybody hand must be on deck to the next election, honestly speaking. Thank you so much. Thank you, my sister. All right, Leona, I'm going to come to you, Leona, then I'll come to you, my brother M for Mikey. I just want to take a roll call right now on how we came into the room. From Leona, then M for Mikey, and then Crystal, then marketing, then Inoma, the Niger Watch, not order. But please, guys, I think the idea is everybody give us 10,000 likes right now. 10,000 likes. Please, the likes are free. I have to make this announcement one more time. So when we say like the live, it doesn't mean that I'm not getting anything from the like. Please, it is free, right? It is free. All you need to do is just to be tapping your screen. And why we're saying it is because it helps TikTok push this live up the FYP so that we can get more visibility. If you know how important the conversation we're having here is, and you believe and understand that we need to get more Nigerians to listen to this conversation, that it's not just an echo chamber of just few Nigerians, then you can always support us by pushing this live up, by liking the live. If you're not speaking, if you're not contributing, if you're not commenting, if you're not gifting, all you can do is to like the live. I don't ask people for gifts on the platform. If you feel obliged to gift any of my speaker or myself, you're free. But please, what you can do for us on this live is to please like the live. We have a target every time we come out here. We're close to our target, but please, the faster we get it, the better for us. Thank you so much. All right, let me just pass the mic right now. Thank you so much, my sir, Queen K. Leona, can you hear me? Meanwhile, please, Facebookers, please like the live also, share the live also. Let's get up with the conversation. X people, also, please like the live, share the live. That's how we get a conversation rolling. Thank you so much. Leona, you have the live. Meanwhile, I don't know why you don't have a display picture. I do not bring up people that display picture. I will just do this, maybe because I've not told you. So just for the record, please get a display picture or something.
Okay.
For next time.
Problem, bro. Now, because of I follow you on Facebook.
Oh wow, amazing.
I want to commend you for your great work.
Thank
we
you.
have 100 people like you in Nigeria. I'm telling you, we're not going to have this conversation now. Just 100. Because one thing a lot of Nigerians lack is awareness. It's either they're misinformed or they don't get the information. So that's another great problem that they have. So I go on different platforms. What actually troubles me and disheartens me sometimes is when you hear the youth in Nigeria talk. So a guy came on a platform today and somebody now said, oh, APC has wasted people's life. They've spent, Buhari did 8 years, then this Baba did there. You want to do your own 3 years or whatever years he thinks he can do. And you know what this boy said? The boy said, that was 10 years ago. Say this now. I now said to him, say, do you know that 10 years was your future? I don't know how old you are now, but add 12 years to your age. So if you were 26 then, you've been almost 40 now. If you're in your 30s, you're going to 50. Wasted. Nothing to account for just because you say, because this Baba be your tribe or whatever you want to say. But Nigeria is just going back to something, because my own, it's not, I'm not here to campaign for anybody, bro. I was in Nigeria. I just came back from Nigeria. I was in Nigeria for 5 months. When I go to Nigeria, I don't spend 2 weeks. I enter streets. I see what's going on. Nobody needs to tell me. It's there. Even if you lock yourself in your room in Nigeria, Nigeria will come and meet you inside there. I had an accident in my leg and X-ray machine, bro. X-ray machine. They will now carry me from one place to another. They now have private places where they only do X-ray. Some people don't, they use and cash out. They will just go and open one small joint. They say, we only do X-ray here. And it's not guaranteed. You go reach there now. Some will say the machine, no, they work. It hasn't worked for months. I almost lost my leg. Leg go. We decide I just fall down. Leg. Before you know it, my leg got infected.
My God.
Small. I couldn't even travel back. 5 months. That's so that they carry me up and down. End up spending how much money? And if they say I don't spend that money, they forgot my leg come out. No be joke. Just from one little graze on my leg where I wound. So when it comes to Nigeria, bro, a generation need to buy first though. Because how do you now change the mindset of people? People will see blue like this. They'll be calling it yellow. They can see blue, and that blue is destroying them, but still, they will stick to that. This is yellow. I talk to young guys. I tell, listen, when people say Nigeria, it don't take away, it don't spoil. I lie. I grew up in Nigeria. I was born in the UK. We brought back to Nigeria then. When parents used to bring their children back to Nigeria, I was part of that set. I went to a military school. I lived in a military cantonment. In my class, you had Pekin of Major General. You have Pekin of Captain. You have Pekin of waiting with they call Kurofo. Kurofo, that person will not get rank inside class. Could you imagine that Nigeria now? So Nigeria was once good, though, bro. Whereby to carry your Pekin, go school abroad, say, it don't make sense. It didn't make any sense. Because the educational system in Nigeria was one of the best in the world. People used to come to Nigeria to study. Now you have to go out of the Japa go anywhere. If you go leave Nigeria then, now for holiday now, you don't need to come to leave Nigeria. Everything was there. So bro, let me tell you, Nigeria was once good though. It was once good. You had Leventis, you had every supermarket, anything where you want, whether they sell for abroad, they sell it for Nigeria. You had different people coming to Nigeria to work, coming to Nigeria, leaving their own country, be it Lebanese, be it English. They used to come to Nigeria and work. Because I lived in Ikeja, so I saw them. I saw in my own Kuroko. When I'm telling people this, they go open mouth like say it happened 100 years ago. No, All these stories I'm telling you, past 30 years ago, 25, 30 years ago, until these people came and messed up that place, bro. It's completely messed up, completely. So to let people be aware is another thing, to kind of make their mindset, that mindset where people get, now we say this psycho fancy, anybody will get small money now can just control anybody. And I used to think, when people leave the country, I used to say, most people, they never open eye until they travel. Say, the ones that are even living in diaspora are worse than the ones living in Nigeria.
I swear.
Where you'd have thought that, okay, they've been exposed, they've seen what good governance looks like, they've seen healthcare, they've seen security, they've seen all these wonderful things. And still, that one baffles me. The ones for Nigeria, okay, because of the environment, they can't think past that environment. But the ones that have left the country, who have lived, who have seen, and they will still be telling you blue is yellow. It baffles me, bro. It baffles me. So I don't know where we're even going to start from. But on that day, where they want to say they want to do me, because before I used to believe, say, well, this election, the way they set them up now, it go hard though. But when I can't look and say, but what other weapon do we have? What other weapon do Nigerians have apart from coming out in their mass? Because if there's overvoting, they can't do anything. If there's more than enough, they can't do anything. The last election, less than 10% of the population decided the future of Nigerians. Less than about 25 million people voted. 25 million people voted in a country over 200 million. That's what I tell people. Say, if you don't vote, now people will go beg me for money. I say, you have to show me your PVC. If you don't get PVC, I know they give you. Because you cannot be telling me, say, country hard, Tinubu must go, and you are sitting there in your house. What are you doing about it? You expect people to come from here, where they face my own, come help you fight? No. You get to show something. So if you want, say, make I give you, because you know how easy to find money. For me to give you my money, you need to show me, say, you are doing something to come out from this nonsense where you did. You cannot call me and be telling me, say, this one they happen, that one they happen. I can help, but how many people can I help? If you see my bank account for Nigeria, before I remember now 1 page of beneficiary. Now I have 5 pages listed of different, who know they call me, Pastor, PK. Anybody that I said hi to in Nigeria, and I gave them my number, now wahala. Because say when they say good morning, bro, the next thing na paragraph or what I have to deal with. Bro, it's not going to be an easy task, but it can be done. Because this Baba, the problem with me I get, we say, is not a Jonathan. Jonathan said it's not worth, my ambition is not worth the blood of one Nigeria. But this man, Baba we did here now, a mentality, no day that. No day like that. Now do or die.
Yeah.
So that's not my own. Say, even if they come out, go like that.
You go push them now.
Now to come out with the same force where you take enter.
The
same way is do. Now, there's no other, because if Nigeria has missed this chance, because this Baba now is clamoring for this 6-year term. That's what Nigerians don't seem to die there, forgetting. So if you enter again, now 2030, God knows, and when he come, he go hand them over to whoever he want to. Like he do Lagos. That same Lagos where they go tell you, say he made. We grew up in that Lagos, bro. Make nobody. If you see Lupeju industrial estate before, all kind of companies were there. In those days, bro. If you heard of a guy called Latif Jaconte, that guy created low-cost housing. You know what this low-cost housing was for? Was for the lower paid in the society. It wasn't for rich people. It was for the lower. People still have those houses up till today. That is an impact. And he only spent 4 years. He didn't borrow a penny. Now, Lagos money, he take do all those things. Nobody say they don't chop money in their own days. So they chop. But nobody like this. They are patriotic Nigerians. They had Nigeria in mind. Say, we want to leave a legacy. What legacy is this man going to leave now? And what legacy is he going to leave? History will not forget. That's the good thing. As you said earlier, history will not forget. We will remind them of what they did to Nigeria. What they did to, we will not forget. Wow. Thank God, say now, thank God for this social media. Because if social media no day, imagine the kind of things where these people will be doing. Imagine. This is with social media, and they're doing it right in your face. Governors are now flying out of the country to go and celebrate. I don't care, you can go and celebrate. Fix your home first. Charity begins at home, bro. fix your home. These Oibos go just laugh for say, see them. They'll be laughing at us. That's why South Africans can say, go back to your country. I was on a platform. They were running mouth, say, I didn't make them give Nigeria rice. So let's give you rice and you go back to your country because they believe saying that rice be our problem. They don't even understand the damage they have done. Wife will come out house now, bro. The husband no fit ask them for Nigeria. Say, where are you going? You can't, because as long as you bring money back home, no questions asked. So it's not just say you are hungry, it's damaging fat. And children are seeing all this. If you go to Allen Avenue now, young girls, 15-year-olds, all on the street. Everybody this street. They're hustling. I go walk out there, I go they cry, say, wow, what is this? 15-year-old girls, we're supposed to prepare for college, they go school the next day. They're street, bro. Waiting for the highest bidder to come. It's sad, man. It's sad. But bro, keep up your good work, oh.
Thank you so much.
We need more and more and more and more and more people like you. Because that awareness thing, it lacks, oh.
Thank you.
Either they don't get the information, and the one they get, they're misinformed.
Thank you.
This man would rather pay propagandists to go and spread nonsense than build that money where they take pray all these people where they spread propaganda. If they take and build one for else, if they just one.
I swear.
Why don't they just want to leave something that will remember them by? I know you can be whoever, but have that country at heart now. It's not that you are blind. You see, deaf man said, they'll hear what's in the apple. Blind man said, we'll see what's in the apple for Nigeria. They don't need to tell you. That's why these people, when they come and defend nonsense, I'm thinking, you don't have a heart. You don't. You can't have a heart and still defend this administration with it. You cannot. No. It's impossible. So, bro, you stay here.
Thank you so much, sir.
Don't worry, next time, you will see me and my military gear. You want to see my picture of my military gear, you will see. That's my case, bro.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Honestly speaking, you touched every aspect of what is disturbing us in our country. Please just, if you just put your mic down. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh God. Now that's why for me, when people ask me why I do what I do, it's exactly why I do what I do, because I know that there's a huge disconnect with Nigerians and information, right? And we have to bridge that gap. So guys, you see what I tell you guys, please like the live, share the live. That's why I say this in, because if one more person can hear what we're saying here, if one new Nigerian can get what we're saying here, I'm satisfied for the night. And that one person can be able to go out in public tomorrow and when you're giving, because we're also hearing, you hear old men, women saying things that have been fed. I want Nigerians to understand, before we go to the next set of speakers, that Tinubu have successfully captured our country. And he has captured it in a way that nobody has ever done it before. He has captured the voices that are meant to help shape narrative in the country. Your kings, you heard them in the budget that are building palaces for your kings. Your pastors, your imams, you heard them in the budget that they have money for those guys. Your civil societies, people that are meant to talk for the people, NLC, TUC, NUC, ASU, NASU, they are all captured. These are public opinion shapers, and they are the social critic. Tinubu knew that he was vying for presidency. So from the 90s, he had already started using his illicit money to be buying these voices. All your Wole Soyinkas of today, all your big men of today, all your celebrities today, that's why I see, even your celebrities cannot speak about Tinubu today, because one way or the other, they are subservient to him or to people that are subservient to him. He has bought these voices, so they cannot speak up against him. They rather stay silent than act. That's the problem. So it is incumbent on me and you as Nigerians to take this message out, because if you're waiting for Davido or Whiskey or Burna Boy or Pastor Adeboye or Father Baka or Bishop, I want you guys to understand, there's a man called Bishop Matthew Kuka. I don't know if this is the real Kelly Hanson. If it's the real Kelly Hanson, please, I respect, sir. If you're the one, you can request the mic. It will be they got funded from. If you're the one, I would really love to hear your opinion on what I'm saying here. But if you know about Sokoto Diocese, there's a man called Archbishop Matthew Kuka, one of the founding voices Tinubu had bought those people for so long. He has given them favors. So it is his time to give back. You know, Nigeria, when it's just like someone that comes on my life now, and you're just showering me gift, showering me gift, showering me gift, showering me gift. You go do some kind of thing where natural instinct of human beings that make I know go cast this person. That is the truth. He knew that and he planned on time. And many people that can no longer speak truth to power. So it's upon me and you. And meanwhile, after buying that one, he now controls your media. Your mainstream media is in his pocket. Your print media is in his pocket. Your radio stations are in his pocket. So how do you expect the common? That's why you say a woman that is selling albasa, that is selling what they call it, tomatoes in the market, expensive, suffering. You guys see that the interviewer, who will you vote? She said that Tinubu, in her suffering, because she's disconnected from her reality. The message that I'm preaching to her downstairs is not the message of Tinubu is a disaster, but that Tinubu is doing all he can do, that it is opposition that is spoiling it for him. You hear the rhetoric coming out, and how can you blame them? For a Tinubu kind of government to always function, and for the kind of people like Tinubu to always remain in power, there must be poor. There must be extremely poor people for Tinubu to survive. I want to repeat this. If there are not extremely poor people in a society, Tinubu will not survive. And the poverty is not just financially poor, mentally poor, psychologically poor, spiritually poor. You must be poor in these aspects for Tinubu to survive. Because when you see how he operated Lagos, I made a video. Please just watch my video I made. I think either yesterday or so. I said, if you go to Bodolon, Tinubu's house in Bodolon, you will see able-bodied men and women that are not deformed. Their legs are intact. Their hands are intact. They can see. They can hear. They can talk. They can speak. They can smell. They can see. But they are sitting in front of his house begging for alms. If they are not poor people, Tinubu's kind of government cannot work. He enjoys the poverty of the... And that's why he's trying to mention that people that are in Nigeria, there's a massive poverty in the country. Like Peter B said in his video, before Tinubu came into government, we had 73 million Nigerians projected in abject poverty. As we speak right now, it is over 180-something million that is being projected in abject, multidimensional poverty. You don't want to have Tinubu second term, guys. You don't want to see Tinubu second term. You don't want to see Tinubu second term. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Let me move the mic right now. Thank you, guys. Let's just move the mic to, I think, and for Mikey, you're meant to come next. Right, my brother? I think you're the one.
Hello, Sirdam. Hello, everybody. I've been enjoying the quality of the conversation tonight. And it is pathetic that every day you look into the environment, the socio-economic and the social environment of Nigeria, how it is degenerating every day. It's like it's just degenerating by the day. Certain things are becoming normal. I want to address 3 things today, and then I'll pass on. I'll pass the mic on. I was one of those people who listened to the interview of Peter Obi yesterday. Realistically, everything Peter Obi said yesterday, he said them many times before. Everything he said many times. That is not my problem. And somebody has talked about the quality and the mischief behind certain questions that were asked.
Mike, you are getting this bubbling feedback from your phone. I don't know, from your mic.
Hello? Is it okay now?
Yeah, go on.
So there were mischievous questions that were deliberately asked yesterday, which I find appalling. But of course, people who are critical thinkers here, we already know the current state of Nigerian media and how it's set up. So we know where that is coming from. The one that I want to talk about today, and you will hear this a lot, and some of you have heard this before, certain journalists and certain speakers, analysts will tell you, yes, Peter Obi said this, he said that. The question is how? How is he going to do ABCD? He should do manifesto. Where are his manifesto? And sometimes I feel like I should see these people and give them a dirty slap. There is a current president, a current government in power right now. That current government, when he was campaigning, presented a manifesto. How many times have they brought out the manifesto and quizzed the present government based on that manifesto that was given to them?
Wow.
None. And yet you idiot, stupid, pathetic people keep coming back and say, anybody that wants to be the president, they should come and discuss ideas. They should come and discuss their manifesto. And I'm like, are you stupid? Do you think manifesto is the problem of Nigeria? We are talking about the character. A person who has an amazing manifesto but lacks character and credibility, that document is just a paper. What was in APC manifesto that they wrote in 2022-2023 that they are implementing right now? How are the media houses in Nigeria? Because these are opinion shapers, these are big people. When people tune into them, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people watch these people. These are the people that are shaping the opinion, and they keep selling this narrative of all of them are the same. If you watch it in a very subtle way, that is what they are trying to say. All of them are the same. They are all saying the same thing. They are not all saying the same thing. You want to ask how this guy, if you are not pathetic and idiotic and stupid, and you present yourself to be intelligent, you can, except you are being mischievous. There is nothing Peter Obi has said that he has not said how he's going to do it, except for security. Even security, he even mentioned.
Yeah, I was talking about the thing.
If you have brain and you can listen, he has told you how he's going to solve the security problem. But you want him to come and tell you, hey, I'm going to employ two police officers. I'm going to give them AK-47. Are these guys mad or what? If you guys told you Nigeria is not poor, Nigeria makes a lot of money. The problem is mismanagement of the resources. What I will do is to cut the cost of governance and channel the money in the right place. What else does any right-thinking person need? Nigeria, the major problem of Nigeria is waste and looting. Let me share you guys another thing. Second thing I want to talk about is, do you know that as we speak, the government of the day, they are so afraid, and I keep telling you, Nigerians who are afraid don't know the power they have. The current government are so afraid.
Mikey, please just put it within the time frame, please. I'll add it for you right now, please.
So the Nigerians today are so afraid that I was reading in the news yesterday that a bill was passed to extend the army division. So look at the strategy. They are trying to create state police. They are passing a state police bill, simultaneously trying to pass another expansion of the army division to recruit 28,000 people, and then they spread them all over. And I was listening to a major general who is a retired major general today, and the person was saying that this doesn't make sense. Now let me tell you where the danger is. The danger is the fact that, do you know that all these things we are saying, the first phase of the implementation of this military expansion, creating more divisions, is going to, the first phase is going to start in September, and the second phase to complete it, the implementation will be December, and the election is in January. Now the question I want to ask is, what is the rush about? And the guy who is the retired major general was saying, Nigeria does not. It's not that the army, they lack manpower people, or have they even financed? Have they funded the current one on ground? Why are they trying to create more? So, and I tell you, if you see where a man's resources is going to, and if you look at the direction and you can tell the state of Israel, those guys are afraid They know that Nigerians are going to come out en masse and they're going to do everything to defend their votes. So Bola Tinubu is doing everything and all with all his captured governors to use the instruments of the states to intimidate the people. But I have good news for them. They have failed. It's either they are ready to buy all of us, or they will better leave that place if they want to live in peace. So Nigerians, trust me, they are getting your messages loud. But lastly, what I'm going to indulge every one of us, please, you see, while we are having this conversation, make it a project to create a pyramid of influence. Influence 10 people that you have direct contact with, direct connection with, and pass this message to them. Let those 10 influence another 10. Let those 10 influence another 10. So the people you are directly influencing are 10, and you are managing them, you are following them. Guess what? If all of us who hear this message pass the same thing, the tsunami that is going to come in January will be unstoppable. I yield.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. Honestly speaking, that's the way forward, guys. Everybody just get to work. We have to understand that it's the job of everyone, not just one person. 10 for 10, as Mikey said, it is. See, the system has been set up against us. But what I keep saying all the time, that my driving hope, my driving motive behind what I do personally is that I know that Tinubu does not have the people. Tinubu had the people. I don't get time to the open life. I don't check out from Nigeria. But the problem is that the people themselves don't even know the way out. So it's important for you that know, we that have this information, to please be the radio station around you, be the Arise TV around you, be the Channel TV around you. Pass the message across, and not just pass. Let not just stop with you. Encourage the people you're telling to tell more people. We have time. There is no time, but we still have time. 24 hours is enough in politics to terraform a people. So please, guys, I've seen so many people from the other side have come to the side of many fancy sitters since last night. Have seen this man's interview and they're like, oh my goodness. I'm like, but this is what this man don't talk since now. Maybe he did not say the way they wanted to hear it. Well, he said it right yesterday. But thank you so much, my brother, and for Mikey. Let me pass the mic right now to marketing. Marketing with Wumi. You have the live in 5 minutes. Welcome.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome. Good morning.
Good afternoon. Okay, so my name is Wumi. I give the little testimony on YouTube, so that's why I'm coming live.
Oh, wow. Welcome.
How I fell sick in 2025. To be honest, right, I'm a Yoruba girl. I'm from Ondo State. So both of my parents are Yoruba, and I'm fully Peter Obi, fully. And I've been like this since 2016. So it's not even about 2023 campaign.
Oh.
I studied Peter Obi, what he did in Anambra. I watched his video. Before this propaganda came, right, I knew that Peter Obi was the right man for the job. I really want to speak about what happened to me in 2025, because that really changed a lot. You know, sometimes you think that your life is perfect. I woke up in the morning, perfect. I wasn't sick. All of a sudden, I went to work. During work, I started having like a tummy ache, and before I knew it, I fainted, and I was rushed to the hospital, and they told me that my blood pressure was about 50 something, like really, really low, and then they had to put oxygen, and I was on oxygen for 7 days. So what happened was that I had like a kidney stone that I did not know, and it had blocked my uterine gland, so I couldn't urinate.
Wow.
And that led to sepsis. And anybody who is a medical person knows what sepsis is. It's a very deadly condition. And even while I was doing my operation, I had like a cardiac arrest, so I actually almost died, and I was placed on life support. Now, why am I saying this story? You know, after everything happened, like, everything was free. Like, everything was free. I didn't pay £1. I didn't pay £1. And I stayed in the hospital for 2 weeks. And I was happy that I came out alive, But I was also depressed because I've lived in Nigeria before and I know how bad the health sector is in Nigeria. And I was depressed because I was like, okay, so that's how I would have just been a statistic if I was in Nigeria. I would just be one of those people that never lived up to 55. Because you know when they say the life expectancy of Nigerians, right, is 55, right? It's not because of your village people. It's because we don't have good medical systems in Nigeria. It's not that these people they live a very healthy lifestyle. No, because they have systems in place to take care of them when there's an emergency.
Facts.
I never thought that I would have kidney stone. I never knew I had kidney stone. Do you understand? So for me, right, I just feel like voting the right person is so important because you don't even know how your life can get affected. You don't know. You think it's just about, oh, Peter Obi. No. This is life. Today I was at work, right, and I was listening to the video of Peter Obi, and I had some Nigerians next to me, and they're like, "Ah, Wumi, you like Nigeria too much. You have left the country. Why are you so?" And I looked at them. I'm like, "Do you guys realize that even though you are in the UK today, do you know how Nigeria affects you? Do you know that even you that is in the UK today, Nigeria is affecting your life? Yes, Nigeria is affecting your life because for someone like me, I left Nigeria. I had a very good job in Nigeria, excellent job, but I had to leave because it wasn't a life. Like it's not. It's crazy. Like you're already at this peak of your career, right? And you just had to. I just had to leave because I just thought about myself like, so Tinubu will come. Buhari came 9 years ago, right? Destroyed the economy. Tinubu will now come and now spend another 4 years with this same guy, right? Do you understand? And I left. I never planned to leave Nigeria because I actually I did my undergrads in the UK. I've moved from the UK. This is my third time coming back to the UK. I'm one of those Nigerians that are like, once I've schooled, I go back to Nigeria because I thank God my parents are doing well and I'm doing well for myself. Do you understand? But that's not even the point. The point is that Nigeria is not even working for even people that even have the house. Do you understand? Like, it's just a horrible place for you to stay. And people just don't understand that even if you're abroad, right, it's still going to affect you. Because you don't know, it can be your family, it can be your loved one. You can, like, look at what happened to Anthony Joshua. He came to Nigeria for just 30 December, and he lost his 2 friends. So, for me, I'm very passionate about anything that has to do with Nigeria. I'm very passionate about Peter Obi. The other day, I was speaking to one of my cousins. I hope I've not run out of time.
Please,
right?
you have, but please just first just go on. Just go on, please.
Okay,
I
so I was
see you more
speaking to
time.
one of my cousins, and I was just trying to understand. Okay, because I'm a Yoruba girl, so a lot of my cousins are not, they're not Peter Obi supporters. So I'm one of those people that like to preach the gospel of Peter Obi, and everybody in my family, even my father, my mother, they know that I stand for Peter Obi. When we're fighting, when we're having arguments, I come with my arguments. So I was just trying to understand. Okay, why is it that you don't trust Peter Obi? And then she said something that Peter Obi is an Igbo man. And you see these Igbos, when they come into power, they just bring all their Igbos. They just choose their people. And I'm like, okay, but Tinubu, Buhari did that. Tinubu is doing that. So why is it that I know that Peter Obi would not do that. I thought that no, Peter Obi would not do that. But why is it that you have an issue with Igbo people? What did Igbo people do to you guys? You understand? And she said she couldn't really come up with an explanation. So when I listened to Shewon's question about, when he questioned Peter Obi about 1960, I was not like, hasn't the Igbos, have they not suffered? Like, what did they do? What crime? No, and nobody can really pick out the crime that the Igbo people did. Because everything that they said that the Igbo people did, other tribes have done it. The same Buhari that it was not in, everybody was Hausa. Tinubu is doing the same thing. So why is it that you guys I don't understand why why is it that Nigerians, especially the Yoruba people, because I grew up in Yoruba and I understand, and anyway, I'm not trying to be against my tribe, but I can tell you that there's this dislike, you know, for just the Igbo tribe. Like when you just say, oh, they'll just say Omo Igbo. I'm like, what is the crime? Because for someone like me, I worked in Nigeria for 10 years, right? Both Yoruba, both Igbo, both Hausa, they have done me dirty. Do you understand? So I don't look at tribe. But I don't understand why people in my tribe they just find it difficult to forgive and just let go. I think it's time for we Nigerians to let go and just forgive the Igbos. They didn't do anything that the Igbo people did or whatever you guys did, maybe in the 60s or in the 70s before Civil War. I think it's just time for you guys to just forgive. And I feel like someone like Peter Obi, he's not even an Igbo president. For me, I see Peter Obi as a Nigerian president. He's not even tribalistic at all. I don't even, if I went Shehu asked that question, I was like, Shehu, are you okay? Shehu, are you mad? Like, seriously, I was like, guy, why you, like, it doesn't, this question is meaningless. You're just trying to cause chaos. You're just trying to cause issues. It just didn't make sense. So, I leave my submission. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mumi. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's good to have you here. Thank you for your submission. It's just crazy when you see where we found ourselves as a country. But the problem why 1966 is important for me as a Nigerian is because, and using today's term and how we see life now, how we're dealing with life right now, it just shows you the power of propaganda, right? In 1966, there was no social media. Some young men stood up and some young military men stood up and said, enough is enough. And if you go back and read the First Republic and you see the waste that was going on in the First Republic, you would have understood why that coup had to happen at that point in time. There was real waste going on at that period in time. For reference, for those that don't know, just you might have been hearing about Singapore, the famous Lee Kuan Yew. Lee Kuan Yew came to Nigeria prior to that war, and he saw the first minister, Eckhart, somebody of finance or something. The man that if you see his video, if you see his dress like 20 people used to hold the dress from back. We had so much wealth and just to borrow World Bank and IMF money. We were so wealthy as a country, right? And these people that were in power were abusing that wealth. That was what prompted these young military men from different tribes in the country to come up. But the truth of the matter is I do not want to make this a tribal conversation because we have to grow above what happened. Boys, I'm setting this for Nigerians to understand what propaganda can do and why it is important in our time like this for us to be speaking out to change narratives. Is that prior to, and I'm saying this for people that don't maybe you've heard a lot about 1966. Maybe I'll have a special space on 1966 where everybody can come with historical facts. We'll speak about it for Nigerians to understand events that transpired within that period in time. But it's important for Nigerians to understand this also, very important, that prior to that time, Igbos as a tribe occupied many or majority of the civil service system in Nigeria across the aisle, from the north to the southwest to this, everywhere. They were everywhere. The military, the same thing. In fact, that was why Ironsi was the next person to take over from the military coup, because they were the high ups. They occupied all these places, permanent secretaries across this thing. So if there was a coup, like the way they now painted it, an Igbo coup, it's like the Igbo people came together and said, let us have a coup. Some military guys came out and did something and had a coup. Okay, yes, let's say that some of the military guys were from Igbo extract. There were Yoruba people in that coup. There were Hausa people in that coup that are military men in that same coup. So, but they painted it because of also the British, our colonial masters had to paint it in a, thank you so much, the man's name, minister, look at him, because everybody else, please Google Festus Okote-Eboh. Please Google that man. That was the Minister of Finance in the First Republic. So you understand the wastage that made those young military men say, no, enough is enough. Let us change the course. of our country. But for agenda to agenda, they had to label that coup, and they gave it a name, an Igbo coup, that led to the killings of over 30,000 people across the north and everything. It's a long story that led to a civil war. It's a very long story that led to the death of over 3 million lives. It's a long story. Wounds have been had from both sides of the aisle, from the minority to the it's a long story, but I was not alive to witness it. History is just only what we're seeing. But the truth of the matter is this, that many people were programmed from those days, the 66 sets, from those days, they were, because proud, let me share a short story. Ojuku's father, Sir Louis Odumegu Ojukwu, his father, was one of the richest men in Africa in the 50s. In the 50s, in the 40s, in the 50s, and into the 60s. Ojuku's father's car, his Rolls Royce, was a car that actually drove Queen Elizabeth when she came to Nigeria. One of the major owners and developers of VI today was Ojuku's father. I'm telling you this, and I just fact check me. You can just check in your Google right, let you see. His dad was so wealthy, Sir Louis. One of them was he's from the 30s, actually. His dad's car was even used in the Second World War. He's a knight. He was this man of people who don't shake hands with the king and queen. These are big. So I want people to understand how this tribe was. They were well positioned and very rich. So the truth of the matter is that and the way the Nigeria was going as of that period in time, it was almost like a competitive country. It was like a regional set of a country. Awolowo was doing great with the cocoa in the west. You come to the east, they now had their palm oil. In the north, the Grand Pyramid. That was how the country was going in the First Republic, right? So it was more like a competitive stuff. And when you go and check, I'm giving you historical facts, right? Fact based on, not based on what I hear or what I say, or based on this thing, or based on emotions. No, based on facts. You go and see that even the people that were doing so much well prior to the war were from the eastern region of the country. Facts. So I can understand those sentiments of people that grew up those days to be deceived and felt slighted, and to support that coup and support that war that happened, and then growing up to feel like, okay, Nigeria, these people are people that we should never allow them come back to power anymore. We should never allow them to do this or anything. I understand all these things, but in 2026, we should not be banking our country based on what happened some 60 years ago. We should be looking and say, let's chart a forward course. If, as a Nigerian now, if they ever come out and say, if Nigeria should break up today now, right? If the history of Nigeria is being told today, as it speaks now, right now, one tribe will be absorbed from bad leadership in Nigeria, from all the major tribes, because we have over 200 something tribes, right? So I'm talking about the major ethnic groups. If they talk about people that have destroyed this country with political positions, it is the southwest and the north. You cannot bring in an Igbo man to the conversation. Because since 1966 till date, Nigeria has been run by the southwest or the north. 50-something years of these two regions running the country has been destroyed. Nothing to show for it from this country. If there's any people that should be apologizing to Nigerians, it should be these two regions. They have held power and they have destroyed this country. Nothing to show for it. And they still feel that tribal supremacy is above the collective good of the country itself. It's a criminal, and that's why I speak out for the young Nigerians. You must open your mind. If Nigeria ends today, the Yorubas and the Northerners will be held responsible for destroying this country. You can't hold an Igbo man responsible, because Igbo man will tell you, I know I'll be president. I know I'll be vice president. Okay, let's apart for Ekweme. We say, okay, Ekweme be vice president for Shagari for how many years? But that is the truth. Facts. This is not emotions now. This is not an agenda. This is facts. So why do you do politics of bigotry despite all this available data before you? Why can't we move on as a people and say, let's keep all these sentiments aside and focus on how can we fix our country, no matter where the person is coming from? Is this person competent? Is this person showing a different trajectory to the conversation that we're having right now? That is what is most important. But let me open up the mic. Sorry, please. Let me respond to you. Opinion matters. All opinion matters. You have to be. You see, that's one of my problems when I talk to many Tinubu supporters. I try not to be derogatory to you guys, right? But I understand that it is out for you people are actually genuinely naive, right? Many of you are genuinely obtuse, right? When you talk about power in a country, you're talking about the executive arm of government. Nigeria power is centralized with executive arm. No matter how you want to talk about 2023 till date, the person destroying Nigeria today is not Akpabio, it's Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In history book, Akpabio will not be used as an alibi, as a weak man. But who is currently destroying Nigeria today is Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Shetima. You cannot rewrite history. That's what I want. You people should start opening your ears to think. They will not remember that it's an Akwa Ibom man that was Senate president. When they talk about the history of Nigeria from 2023 till 2027, it will be remembered that it was a certain Bola Ahmed Tinubu that sat in government, and for 3 consecutive years, we were running on one budget. That is the truth. And probably will not be used as a reference. Who knows the Senate president in 1996? We don't know, but we know Abacha. Who knows the Senate president in 1993? Many of us don't know, but we know Babangida. Who knows the Senate president in 1985? Many of us don't know, but we know Buhari. That is the truth. So people should keep sentiments aside when we speak facts. I don't do all this tribal politics, but when it comes to facts, I will always give it to you as it is. Wumi, God bless you, my sister. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, Naija Watchdog, my brother, coming to the conversation. Good evening.
Yeah, Emir Sirdam, good evening. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing? Good morning.
Ooh.
That's a very noisy one from lady. Okay. So good morning, everybody. Good morning. How have you been?
Oh my goodness. Sorry, Naija Watchdog. I wanted to. Sorry, please, omit. I was trying to switch your position.
All right. Thank you. So good morning, everybody. Good morning, everyone from the comment section. Thank you for bringing us to 1,000 likes already. So even if I leave this place tonight, I will know that we have achieved our aim for the day. Thank you so much. And I said, thank you for what you're doing. I'm very excited anytime I come up on this platform to see that, anytime you go, there are some other platforms that you go, when you get there, sometimes you can get heartbroken when you see the conversations, how low those conversations are. You see, there are people that are out there now. The conversations they are having is about tribalism, is about how Igbos are selling fake drugs and all that. These are things that they're talking about. In 2026, when you have a president, you have what is it called, the director or the drug law enforcement agency, who are supposed to be doing their job, but they're leaving this responsibility on a particular and using it to talk down on the whole tribe. So these are things that sometimes I look at these people and say, who is responsible for this? Who is supposed to be responsible for this? But the person is not being held responsible. The person is there making the money, collecting the money of being the person representing that office, but he's doing absolutely nothing and leaving you ignorant people to stereotype a tribe because of the job of a person. So too many things to talk about. My sister Wumi was saying a lot of things. She's from my state. A lot of things about Nigeria. You see, I am always heartbroken whenever I think about Nigeria, because anything if it happen to you for this country, you feel buy for nothing. You can buy in this country for nothing. So that's the reason why people can have good job. Bank managers, a managing director of a big company will still find their way to just find a way, carry their family and jackpot. You know why? Because they have considered it that the direction this country is headed, hope never day. But I tell you the truth, Baba, hope never day. The man that came up recently from the north that was telling Nigerians how what is it called, the bandit, the terrorists gave 40 days relief to Nigerians, which we can see today. since he made that statement now till now, we've not really had all kinds of kidnapping and all kinds of terror attacks all over the country. So it shows that these are facts. The guy himself now, according to what I heard this morning, they said he has been arrested by DSS. Why are you arresting him? So these are the things that we are talking about. So it's like a state that has been taken over by a thorough group. That's how I feel sometimes, that the people that we are fighting against are the people that are ruling over us. So I say this to say that Nigeria has one singular chance. Like we say, I don't know what you call it again, Sabi English. We get just one stone for this one bird. If we throw that stone and we cannot hit our target and kill that bird, that's the end for this country. For me, I go give up on this country. I tell you my mind. I go give up anything when come as it come, and so we'll give them back. So I'm saying this to say, Nigerians, go and prepare yourself. All right, we are going to be voting on the day of election, and we'll stand by our votes. We are going to protect our votes, follow our votes anywhere our votes are going. That's the reason why I come down again to say I am a member of PUTCCM. What is PUTCCM? Like I say, Polling Unit to Coalition Center Movement. It is a movement of well-meaning Nigerians who have come together to say enough is enough. It's time for us to watch how elections are being done, how this rigging is even taking place. Let's show it to the world. You understand? Let's see if the world will keep quiet over it. So Nigerians are coming out in mass. If you want to be a part of us, send me a DM right now. For those that have sent me a DM and have not responded, don't worry. Just keep calm. I will bring you in at the appropriate time. So thank you so much. And that's what I have to say. You see, let me say this very, very short one. Recently now, I think, is it the Minister of Works or Akpabio was saying that he was comparing Tinubu to Lee Kuan Yew. Lee Kuan Yew was one president that we can compare Peter Obi to. Like Malaysia and Singapore were together before as Malaysia-Singapore until they divided. It was because of these same things, tribalism, because they felt like Malaysia was saying that they were not going to allow Lee Kuan Yew to rule over them and being the first prime minister of Malaysia-Singapore, because they felt like Lee Kuan Yew was from the minority group, which was Singapore. That was the major reason why they formed PCP. He was a member, he was the one that formed PAP, People's Action Congress, People's Action Party. They formed PCP for tribal reason. They said that we cannot allow PAP to rule the country, that we are going to give government to PCP. That was how they formed PCP. Anytime there is a rally going on by PAP, the PCP members will attack those places and unalive people, injure people and all that. Lee Kuan Yew cried. He said, this was not the dream I had for our country when we were fighting for independence. But the 1966 came now, the independence have come. Look at what we are doing to ourselves. Until they got to a point, they said, if we can't continue like this, let us split the country. So that was how Singapore left and Malaysia left. It was that guy, he moved like the speed at which, when Malaysia saw the speed at which Lee Kuan Yew was facing Singapore, when Malaysians saw the desperation with which this guy was fixing Singapore by discipline, he told them that any crime that has to do with mutilation, maybe you rape somebody or whatever it is that you spat on the ground to make it 30, you later they will flog you and you will pay dollars. So it was discipline. One of the things that we see, the people that are supporting Peter Obi today, some of them are going to fight him when they get into power. That's what we do not know. Some of you on this place now saying Peter Obi, you might not, when it begins to affect your source of income, because you might not even know that your source of income is connected to criminality. So if you are going to cry at that point, but the truth and the beautiful thing is that at the end of the day, we will have a nation to hand over to our children. So I see my mic because of my time. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Please, guys, also, please, just for emphasis sake, this is a very, very important, because I know once we are done with the PVC drive, except something happens and INEC will open that portal for people to go register for more PVC drive. But right now, we believe that the PVCs are in the hands of Nigerians are enough to change the trajectory of our future. But while we are at it, you can reach out to Nigeria Watchdog. They are a movement of Nigerians that are willing to match their ballot down to from the polling unit to the coalition center, because at the end of all this conversation, this government is banking on Nigeria's naivety and lack of information and propaganda and selling of fear to make Nigerians believe that there's nothing that can be done to take them out. The truth is that if Nigerians come out en masse and vote en masse, even I will know that they will do so many things to subject people's votes to will start the rigging before even the election itself, by suppressing votes and everything. But everybody needs to understand that we have to go beyond just voting. We have to vote and escort our votes from the polling unit to the coalition centers. From the coalition centers, we'll escort the votes to the rack centers. And in our hundreds of thousands, in our millions, if we all come out and do this, Tinubu is a one-term president. And if that's what we all want, we have to do the hard work of making it happen, because nobody's going to do it for us if we don't do it ourselves. So thank you so much, my brother. Please, guys, you can reach out to them and you can see how you can be of help, how you can join the movement. Every Nigerian that's going to vote should be a member of that. It's not left for just some people. Everybody should protect their votes. Thank you so much. All right, let me run the mic to Christos. Christos, I'm going to come to you, then IJ, then Inoma, then Mr. Man, in that order. Christo, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, I have the live in 5 minutes. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, go on. You're audible. Go on, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're audible. Go on, sir.
Okay, good evening, Sirdam. Good evening, good morning, good night, good afternoon, everyone listening from all over the world. Christopher, first of all, I would like to commend you, Sirdam. I've been watching you on Facebook, Twitter, and every social media, like my algorithm, everywhere, na you. If I open Facebook for morning, you're the first person I come across. You and another guy. He says he's no longer a supporter of P2, but he's a die-hard supporter of P2. One other guy. So that
should be Mr. Common Sense.
Yeah, that's Mr. Common Sense. Yes, I listened to his video today. So first of all, this man called P2B. Okay, let me just start by saying I schooled in Port Harcourt. Like, I'm a Port Harcourt boy. I'm a Rivers boy. I schooled in Port Harcourt, Rivers State University. Then I went to law school in Enugu. I stayed in Enugu for about a year. Then I went to Abuja. I stayed in Abuja for about a year too. Then I went to Bauchi. I camped in Bauchi. Then I served in Kogi. So I stayed a bit in Lafia, Nasarawa. So I'm just trying to tell you, like, okay, at least I know Nigeria small. Like, I know Nigeria. I've been to the east. I've been to the northern part and all that. And I've seen how politicians do things. Far back in 2022, before I left Nigeria, I was in Kogi State. There was a woman I met. We were in Keke. And the woman was criticizing the government. Oh, this is how Bello is. Because Bello brought in a policy then that they were taking people out of civil service. For no just reason, they will do verification, one single thing, they will take you out. The woman was crying. We're in Keke. I was going to work in the morning. She was crying. Oh, Bello. I said, Madam, why are you crying? Well, you're just coming from APC rally over there. You are still blaming the government. The woman said, my pikin, wetin I go do? Bello don't come on me and my husband for work. Our children, we've been in private school. We don't bring them down to government school. My husband and my children are at home. They have not had anything to eat. I have to go to a rally to bring. She showed me her rice and 1,000 naira. She said, this is what her family will eat. So this is what our government do. They make our people so poor so that when they give them change, people appreciate it a lot. And that be the major cause of rigging in Nigeria. P2B said that if your family is not corrupt, that you have reduced corruption by 50%. And you see that statement alone for me is one of the best statements I've ever heard from a Nigerian politician. Even the Bible said that if the head is correct, every other part of the body will be correct. So if the leaders, if P2B is not corrupt, our president is not corrupt, you will see that it will trickle down. It's just like in the house. When the father comes back, everybody will be scared. Dad is back. Everybody will behave because Dad is back. Even mommy said, we behave because Dad is back. Then imagine we have a president who works with ministers that are, you know that the president you're working with is a no-nonsense man. He will always come for you to be accountable. If you're giving out project and everything, you will definitely monitor them. Now they will know that my minister
that I'm working with is a no-nonsense minister because he has somebody that he's answerable to. If we trickle down, even down to the security man on the gate, this is how the corruption has reduced by 50%. And Peter Obi told you that Nigeria is blessed, that one of the best assets of this country is the land. Bro, do you know the arable land we have in our country? At least my parents were farmers. We used to farm yam. Back in my village, we farmed cassava. I went to North. I saw so many things that we are farming. But right now, what is happening? People can't go to farm again because of insecurity. And this man is telling you that one of our best resources we have is our land, our fertile land. There are so many countries today that don't have fertile land. Go to Israel. What do Israel have? Israel is a desert, but they produce a lot. They produce a lot. So this man is telling you that if you are not corrupt, then you have reduced corruption by 50%. And believe you me, if Mr. Peter Obi was corrupt or he has stolen money, by now this government must have arrested him.
Facts.
Check out all the people. In fact, this man, they have searched everywhere. In fact, this should be the evidence for Nigerians to vote for this man. Because they have said everything right from 2023. And they resorted to, he's a stingy man. Is it not better for them to call you a stingy man than for them to call you a corrupt man? I don't just understand the fact that they just, when they don't have anything to say, the people just say Igbos, Igbos, Igbos. I'm a Rivers man today, and there have been this whole Rivers state being Igbo, Rivers state being Igbo. And I get to think about it. What is wrong with the Igbo tribe? If they call me an Igbo man, what does it take away from me? Igbo people are one of the most industrious people in Nigeria. During the 1967 war that happened, there was nothing happening in the East. They were bombarding all the states in the East, and all of them. But every other part of Nigeria was still functioning.
Facts.
These people came back and rebuilt their land. And look at the Igbo people today. There's a saying that anywhere you go and you don't see an Igbo man, you should run. So I don't understand why people keep attributing corruption, keep attributing 419 to the Igbo people. As if there are no other tribes that are doing 419. My brother, even for this UK where we did, in fact, it is even hard for you to see an Igbo man doing the kind of job we are doing. These people are business-minded people. They will come here, look for a way to start shipping things back and all those things. If you are anywhere you are, try to associate with an Igbo man because he will help you think beyond. Like, an Igbo man will never settle for less. An Igbo man will never settle for all these jobs you are doing. Back home in Nigeria, yes, I was practicing as a lawyer. My brother, I was earning 30,000 naira in my law firm in Lokoja. But I came here, I saw how it is. I started earning from when I was a student. I was earning 1,000 something, then 2,000. As in, like, I just can't imagine how a system is being run. And people keep telling you that, it is not the government that makes a country better. It is the citizen. It's a lie. It is the government. In this country, it is the government that makes the country better. They are paying their older people. I've been to hospital so many times, and it baffles me how they give me medication and they don't even ask me to bring 1 naira, a dime. So this is the things that the government are doing. I can't just talk about it enough.
Thank you.
It is so annoying. And the most annoying part is people that have gone and seen things that are happening in other parts of the world, they are still supporting this government. You see those people, those who are devil. I am telling you, anybody that have traveled outside Nigeria and see things that are happening outside Nigeria and still supporting the Tinubu administration, that person is the worst devil. I came to this country and I saw how things are being run. Boss, £2 since I come to this country. £2. It haven't changed. And there was when there was fuel because of the blockage of the Strait of Hormuz and all that. The fuel, the petrol here, it went up. It went up in Nigeria too, boys. Go and look at Nigeria on. Have it come down? Have the inflation come down? No. But here, everything have come down to normal again. Even though the petrol was high, everything have come down to normal. All the time there was fuel scarcity and all that. We are still entering bus for £2. we're still buying things. If the inflation was little or not, it was not significant. But go and check out what's happening in my country today. Dangote cannot buy fuel from Nigeria on this thing. He's buying in dollar, and now he is telling you that he's going to be selling in dollar, and you're getting angry. He's a businessman. What are you saying? You are not selling to him in naira. He's buying from the international market in dollar, and he said he will share his own petrol in dollar, and you're getting angry. We are all depending on Dangote. How many refineries do we have? Port Harcourt, Kaduna, Warri. How many of them is working? And what has the government done? We have a budget deficit of nearly half of the budget, 23 trillion. That is the budget deficit we have in the 2026 budget. How are we going to get it? Borrowing. And we are still budgeting money for building of worship centers. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with this country? We are budgeting money when we still have budget deficit. We are budgeting money for building of worship center.
Crystal,
thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. You see,
thank you very much. It is so annoying. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Honestly speaking, anybody that, and just mute your mic, sorry. Thank you. Anybody that is comfortable understanding how Tinubu is running Nigeria now, is comfortable understanding how Tinubu is running Nigeria now. You're not normal. This may be mildly as mild as possible. You are not normal. You're mad. Go and check. Just go back and do what I've always said. Go back and ask your parents. Can you please tell me how I came to be? Which shrine did you go to? Where did you go and get me from? How many kolanol did you sacrifice for me to come? Because if your brain capacity, as we're speaking right now, is just you feel Tinubu is doing right, you should come back in second term. Honestly speaking, you're not a human being. You're a human being, but you're from the gods. You're from the gods. They did not push you. If they push you, no, they don't push you. They push you, push. You come out. You cannot understand how Tinubu is destroying this country. You cannot. You can't. If you explain this to Nigeria, as my brother explained it, and you understand it. Now, but before I come to you, I just want to say this one more time. For many P2B supporters that come out and say he shouldn't, please, if Shehu invite P2B for a post tomorrow, P2B, please show up to everywhere possible. You must not be like other people, because when you become president, you're a president of everybody. You're not a president of, say, only one. No, you're a president. You will go to every media organization, but anywhere they invite you, go. Because if a clear conscience fears no accusation, and for many of the supporters that feel like he shouldn't have gone there, no, in fact, this is the best thing he did, was going there to expose how biased the Nigerian journalism space is. Go there and speak your truth. Many people heard him yesterday. Many people heard him loud and clear. Many people are seeing it for sound and how biased the media is. And despite that, despite all the tantrum, he held his own. Imagine, see how dumb many APC supporters are. Shehu asked P2B, they say he didn't build any school. Which school did he build? So out of the man's this thing, he said that, let me even start from a tertiary institution. That Anambra State University, that he cleared the bush. Now he cleared bush. But just, do you see what APC people got? That he's a grass cutter. I want to show you how the average APC member brain functions. But it doesn't function like human brain. The human APC brain doesn't function like human brain. A man at Mazat, this place like evil forest. Now me clear ram. He's trying to show that he actually built a federal university from scratch. There was no one block in that place. He cleared that forest, built foundations, built an institution in that place. What APC people heard is that he said he cut grass. At that time, I don't say you cannot have a conversation with APC people. No. These people are intentionally obtuse, intentionally dumb. They know intentionally say, make I just this stupid. Because for them, they see politics like football, like banter. No infrastructure, no jobs, no healthcare. Nothing is working on that Bola Tinubu. Only Coastal Road and Nelfond. Coastal Road, that's a 700 kilometer plus road. We have not even done up to 80 kilometers in 4 years. So it is at this right now. It is Tinubu. If you give Tinubu 10 years with the pace of which Coastal Road is going today, if you give Tinubu the next 10 years, Nigeria will not have Coastal Road done, completed. For this, I'm saying this for fact. This is fact. So because of I'm trying to bring it down for his supporters where their brain know the function well. Please understand this. Coastal Road is 700 kilometers. Tinubu have been doing Coastal Road for the past 3 years. In 3 years period, Tinubu have not yet completed up to 100 kilometers of that Coastal Road. So we are still having a deficit of over 600 kilometers. If in 3 years Tinubu cannot complete less than 100 kilometers in 3 years, how many years will we give him to complete 600 kilometers? That means in Tinubu dies, wakes up, die again, wakes up, die again. He will not finish that Coastal Road. Can you people see the kind of people that you people are supporting? Nigerians. Kai, may God save us. IJ, please come in here. I will come to you normal as my live speaker for tonight.
Okay, Sirdam. Good evening, everyone.
Good
Can
evening.
everyone hear me?
You're very audible. Go on.
Okay, Sirdam, before I say anything, just listen to this clip. I'm going to play it now. Just listen to it before I'll say something.
Okay, like what I said Peter Obi take Anambra State 20 years back. Why do I say so? This guy received a state for federal allocation. He could not use it and build standard secondary and primary school in Anambra State, none. He could not use it to build a standard market in Anambra State, none. He could not use it to give free education in Anambra State, none. As I'm talking to you today, we are expressing in Anambra State free education under Sorudo. We are expressing good road infrastructures through Sorudo. We are expressing building of new market. You can go and check in Anambra State under Sorudo.
Okay.
Even the state house,
Let me.
the state right house in Oka, we just have it under Sorudo.
Can you imagine?
What am I saying? Even the road with street lights and the trees, we are first expressing it in Anambra State under Sorudo. Are we talking about the limit of good hospitals? We express it under Sorudo. Do you know that under Peter Obi, Anambra State could not even boast of any standard? What I mean by standard healthcare in Anambra State. But this guy was busy saving money. He said that he saved $50 million in 3 bank accounts. 15 billions in 3 bank accounts. My brother, if that guy would have used $50 million in healthcare, housing estates, those things now, tell me, where will Anambra State be of today? That is what.
Okay, let me not bother you. I just want everybody to hear this. This was in a platform, and the guy that has this platform to be said obedient. And sometimes I post in his platform. So yesterday, for 2 days now, I've not been online. I've been busy. So I was resting. So I said, let me go to social media to hear. This was what came into my FYP. I was mad. Luckily, I had the phone of the host. Immediately, I stood up. I took my phone. I called the host. I said, what did you do? What kind of a clip is this? Who is saying this? He said, it's an Igbo man that came to his platform and be saying that. I said, so you believed what he said and you now clip it out and posted it. I said, what do you do? I was so angry with him. I asked him to pull this video down. Because, Sirdam, if you go to the comment section, it was hell. What people were saying. So that was why I saw the video of Peter Obi yesterday. I was so marveled. I was so happy about that of education. Although we knew what Peter Obi did. I lived in Onitsha. I now called the host. I said, what did this person say? And you posted it. And you are telling me You are obedient. You believe P2B and you posted such a thing. I said, this is very, very wrong. Besides, this is false information. Don't try such a thing again. So, Saddam, my reason of bringing this video, please continue what you are doing. And this person that is saying this thing, he's saying it with with all boldness, and people were listening to him, thinking that he was saying the truth, while all this man said was blatant lie. So that was why P2B made his video yesterday. I was so grateful to God that P2B put to bed that of building school or not building school. Because P2B did his best. I started schooling that host. I say, if you don't know anything somebody is talking in your platform, can't you use ChatGPT? Use ChatGPT and say to the person, hold on, this thing you said, although I'm not an Igbo, I don't live in Anambra, let me verify. You verify what the person is saying before you now put it out. So I was so angry. I said, please, whenever I see Saddam, I'll say, Saddam, continue with the good works you are doing. Continue educating Nigerians. Because a lot, even that are campaigning, saying that they're obedient, they know nothing about P2B. So anybody that comes to their platform and start bombarding them with news, they don't know. They just keep quiet and be consuming it. That is not the way to defend somebody.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, Madam Angie. Thank you very much. You see, my problem is that I understand how misinformation pass, and for me, I don't even I tell Nigerians we're at the age of internet whereby I can come out here and say things, and if you don't like what I say, if you don't believe what I say, you can just fact check. I understand how lazy generation we have is, right? What I don't do on my platform is allow misinformation fly. I cannot allow misinformation fly, and I do not even give air to misinformation, right? Because even this thing you played, if I knew you wanted to play it, I wouldn't have allowed you to play it first in the first place. Yeah. Because it is actually misinformation, and you actually now probably must have misinformed some people on this platform with this thing you played right now. Because some people are here to hear say, because for me, debunking such nonsense is extra work, and I do not want to find myself doing that this season. You want to believe P2B did not build any school, believe it. You want to believe P2B did not build a hospital, believe. You want to believe whatever. If you're as a Nigerian today, you have AI, you have ChatGPT, you have Grok, you have Gemini, you have Cloud, you have so many tools at your beck and call, and you cannot do a simple search for yourself. You want me to tell you things that is in public display. There's nobody that have been more scrutinized as a Nigerian than Peter Obi. There's no politician that have been more scrutinized than Peter Obi. There's no politician that have spoken to the media than Peter Obi. Last week he granted interview to Rufai. This week he has granted to Sheun. Next week he will grant on that person. He is on public record speaking every single time. If you don't have sense to go and find any of his interviews and read and verify, maybe you need help. You need help, honestly speaking. So I'm not going to gratify and say whether I'm happy he came out this and he said what he had to say and clear the air on most of the things. But if you claim, if what Peter said yesterday, you feel is your first time of hearing him say it, you're not being truthful to yourself, or probably you've not been listening. Everything he said yesterday, he has said 5 years ago. Everything he said yesterday, he has said 15 years ago. Everything he said yesterday, he has said 4 years ago. He has said 3 years ago. He has said 2 years ago. He has been consistent in his messaging. What he did is in public record. If you search any of his AI tool now, the best governor in Nigeria since 2020, since 1999 till date is Mr. P2B. Am I the owner of AI? Do I own any of it? So I do not give my platforms. I don't allow such propaganda fly my platform, honestly speaking. So it's not my. I will not be the one to convince a grown man or woman that has internet on what to do. If Tinubu is favoring you, continue that way. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. Inoma, can you come in right now? 5 minutes, please.
Hello, thank you very much, I really appreciate everything. I don't want to waste it. You know, one thing you always say most of the time, sometimes when you listen to all these so-called APC paid guys come and talk, and many of them are not educated. I'm from Delta, Igbo-speaking side of Delta. I was being opportune. I school in Enugu. Let me if I touch P2B, the major landmark P2B 2006. Go back and check what they call ANAMS. That is the Anambra State Integrated Development Strategy. That is where P2B started penetrating development and infrastructure. Education, a partner with all the religious leaders, institutions in Anambra State, missionary schools, rebuilt, constructed new ones. Infrastructure, computer will be constructed 900 kilometers of road, built 28 bridges in Anambra, which was zero before. Anambra, P2B brought a bridge to Anambra, in Oka there and many areas. Then you talk about healthcare, it's numerous to read. You talk about physical prudency, excellent. In terms of monetary value, excellent. The economic development, and P2B brought Anambra to limelight. So now, I don't know where these guys they talk about. When they talk, many of them, education, they are not there. I school in UNN. I feel it for University of Nigeria. If I may talk, that's P2B aspect. The way Nigeria degenerated to under APC since APC came into power. When my first school fees I paid in UNN, and this is not a record, it's not too far. I left UNN 2007. My first school fees was 1,600 naira. And we are two. I stay with Juku Hall, 825. That is the room, the former governor of Enugu State, Chimaruki. Then I finished. That is a school that you can go if you're intelligent from poor home. You meet big men children there. Academic sound of our intellectual brought all of us to UNN. And I left UNN almost first class. Then I went for NYC. I served in Castina. Money was NYC camp. The road now today we apply night going up and down. You can't, they will not allow you there. All those Malafashi and all those roads in Castina. I serve in Funtua. Polo will come and pick you. Come to camp, this polo immunization, and they will be begging us, United Nations. We'll follow them to do all those things, and they pay us. This is 2008, where I was having as a copper. But today in Nigeria, what is going on? All of us, when I was in Nigeria, I was a divisional head. I rose, I do my master's. I grew up in Lagos. I was born and brought up in Lagos. I did my master's in Unilag Economics. I became chartered accountant. I finished for UNN. I was in final year when I became chartered accountant in UNN. Then these things, and once school see that you're intellectual, University of Nigeria paid my ICANN exam. Where is PTF? If we are going for Enugu campus to Soka campus, as long as you flash your school ID card, it's free. What is PTF? In school UNN, there's what they call presidential restaurants, state restaurants, and local government restaurants. And how much are we using? Saddam, just take, it's not up to 18 years ago. What is going on in this country? And before you come back, they have already changed your best friend, the UNN. This is not up to 20 years ago. Your best friend have been changed. To do the laundry and return it back again. I don't know what is going on. And they will come over here, and some people will be talking since APC came into power, everything. Nigeria just somersault. My brother, yesterday, I'm in Canada, in BC, British Columbia. Mistakenly, a motor vehicle hit a bird, and it then caused traffic. Saddam, I was imagining my brain that in my country, the next village, they are buying people and kidnapping them. Election is going on in the next community. Everywhere traffic, animal ambulance came to pick this bird. Tears almost to come out from my eyes for my country, Nigeria. Is it bird they are worshiping like this? What is going on? Where they can value animal life, we don't have life again in Nigeria. My friend who is a medical dentist, he came to Nigeria last December. Let him go to Ibadan to see his mother from Lagos. He's a Yoruba guy. I'm not a Yoruba guy. He was kidnapped before what's it called, Ibadan. The trauma every day, the guy swear, the next day he prepare his document and he have already moved his mother to Canada. This is the level the country have degenerated to. And nobody is talking anything. How much these people are paying you, even though you live in Nigeria, Nigeria will follow you to anywhere you are.
Sure.
Because since I came to Canada, I never won the dream as I did in Canada because my placenta was not buried here. Every of my dream is about Nigeria. That is why even though I'm busy, even though I'm at work, most of the time I check when you start to just come in and listen. That man said if you have almost 100 people, type of your, maybe people of your type, 100. My brother, we are ready to do more than that. Because the Baba when they there, right from his youthful age, is a criminal mandate. He doesn't have me and you in mind for anything good. Jonathan left because he have a short mind. But this man need to be, you need to put fire on him before Baba can agree to go. Because all his life is being criminal minded, he doesn't have feeling. Once you're a committed crime person, that is, just check people he's work with. People of maybe criminal and people of questionable characters. But Tulubu can never use you if you're a decent person.
Right.
It's not possible. All the questioning of P2B, if P2B is a criminal, P2B, Benzo, do you think P2B will not be in detention today?
I will find the detention now. Come P2B.
Thank you very much, because that one can't talk. They know their secret. My friend, yesterday, is Canadian, a pure Canadian guy, a white guy. He said, I think it's time for you people to examine your president, all your leaders, their brain. I think there's a problem with their brain. How can a man that is almost 75, 80 years, 90-something years are still embezzling money? They don't think, what are you going to do with all this money?
Sure.
So now let me tell you a little short story before we hang up. And when I joined Samsung, after 1 year, they pay what they call global sharing of according to your gross net. I was in my town for Christmas. January 3rd, I received 11 million naira for my own global sharing as a senior staff in Samsung. I was almost to have an accident. Then what are these people doing with all this money? I was opportune to visit the ex-governor of Central Bank House in Ikoyi. I saw a lot of expensive cars, Lexus, Jaguar, and I asked him, we speak the same language. Sir, what is all this? Why grass are growing all this? I don't know. The former governor of so person gave me this. The former minister gave me this. Then why can't you dispose it? If you don't need it, you reject it or you sell it to help people. He now asked me, so which family did you came from? I told him, my father. He said, this is how you always are spoken. Your father is a very intellectual man. My father died before. He was a director in Guinness then. I said, man, how can all these cars? How do you people sleep with all this weight? And the country that you will see some people, I don't know how the reason. And what part of it, that's what you said. How can somebody who have traveled, if I see some people outside the country, still talking rubbish, although I know it's not their fault. When they pay them maybe 10 million naira, they'll see it as a big money. So we have a lot to do. Because so many guys who are in Canada here, who are in Western world, so many of us are not too happy to be there. You have your own house in your town, you have 1 or 2 things you're supposed to do in Nigeria. I watched a man from a land who you interview, a professor in Toronto, where that thing moved around and people watch that video very well. Do you think that man of his age is still happy being in Canada? Where cold will start, all your hands will be frozen, you'll be wearing hand gloves. And our system, we are not born and brought up in such weather. Now, what is wrong if Nigeria cannot have a fast train up to today, connect all the states in that country? Good road you never repair, so you are doing coastal road. Coastal to where? And you will see some people, big man, the politicians will come out. Onwa, Igwe, Odogu, Ologu. I will be looking at people like this. So that we do tax reform in Canada here. End of the year again, at January, February, they will return tax reform back to you. Country that is not my country. I was not born. I'm being fortunate to be here, immigrant, get their documentation, get my papers, pay my children. I don't want to open up a lot of things. So that I wait for my country.
Thank you very much.
So many countries in the world today, they don't have what Nigeria have. And our politicians will be so proud of it. Mwike will be showing him and his children on a private jet flying to Western world. Do you think somebody will fight for you? My father always tells us nobody will repair your home for you. Western world want you to bring your phone. They will drop it in the bank and they will frustrate many of them. I have opportunity to have information about the biggest hospital in Johannesburg. It's built by one of the ex-governors in Nigeria. And he used a South African name, and the guy frustrated him and he wanted to expose him. He ran and left the hospital. It's built by Nigerians' money. You think white people will help you? They will not help you, they'll be laughing you.
No,
thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Honestly speaking, when you talk about this country and you hear it from different angles, you just shoot out. When you go to UAE, all the real estate sector in UAE, and Nigerians are controlling all your governors, past governors. They bought all the residential houses in UAE. We are buying across the world everywhere. These politicians, and you see people that are slaves have chosen to be slaves to these people. What job do these people have to amount? What job is Wike's job? What is Wike's job that Wike will be flying private jets with his whole family to go and celebrate another of his child graduating in UK? What is Wike's job? That he's driving a Rolls Royce. What is Wike's job? What is Tinubu's job that Tinubu can fund the presidential election? What has Tinubu done the past 30 years of his life? What job can you put and say that Tinubu get this business? So when they employ 100 people, they employ 200 people. What is Tinubu's business? Now drugs. That's the crazy society we have been raised in. Abnormality is now normality in the country. Then the people that hustled legitimately are people that will now come and you have voice to shout upon. If it will be that he can trace his source of wealth to his university days, to his family wealth, to his businesses, to his banks and everything, you now put him on the same pedestal with someone that has been indicted for drug dealing in America. That's the kind of useless society we have found ourselves today. It's insanity we have seen ourselves. That's why sensible people like us must continue to speak up. Because we cannot allow the insensitive, demented supporters of these criminals have an upper say, because they are currently terraforming our society, whereby our young children are now looking up to make money anyway. Money in our water. Money in our water mentality. Get rich or die trying. If you don't get money, hide your face. That's the kind of mantra that should be going. That's the kind of Tinubu wants to go in Nigeria, because then you do not question. There's no wealth to that enterprise. You rise to the position of a professor, and you're still being, as a professor, you're still doing Uber on the side hustle as a professor in Nigeria. The one man that is a thief, a criminal, just turns out to become a governor or a senator or something. In 1 year, he earned what you have not earned for 35 years of your practice as a professor in the country. And people think this is normal. People defend this nonsense. Despite all what Tinubu have stolen in his life, Tinubu is still collecting pension as a Lagos State governor. Despite everything this man have amassed, all the wealth, he still collect pension till tomorrow as Lagos State governor. He go still collect as president. Where is all this money? And the slaves that are supporting him, that will not see one kobo from the crumbs, that are dying on social media and everywhere, shouting your mandate 4+4. One illness, your father, your mother in the village is dead. You're in diaspora. The day you come back to Nigeria, once something happened to you, you're not better than Anthony Joshua or Chimamanda Adichie that lost her son. You're not better than any of them. One certain thing that happened to you in that Nigeria, the day where you say you could just enter that Nigeria, it can happen to you as you live in the airport. What will be your fate? This government have been defending that cannot provide basic health care. Where you are right now, if something happens to you right now, you just call dial 911, emergency. They don't come pick you up. When it happens to you in Nigeria, what will save you? You people don't think. You think that government is football. You think that it's by your tribal man. You think that it's by your religion. It's by your religion. You think that you're doing banter. You think it's by party affiliation. You forget that the truth of the matter is that when it comes to the basic amenities that affects you or the people around you, if they cannot provide that, if Tinubu cannot, in the space of 4 years, make sure that our healthcare system is working, Tinubu is an absolute disaster as a person. And if your head is correct, you will not be praying for such a disaster to continue beyond 2027. If as basic as healthcare, our federal medical centers across the country are not functional. Our doctors are running away from the country. Our nurses are running away from the country. If the healthcare is not be tribe, not be religion, not be party, it affects everybody. And Tinubu is sick. If a sick man cannot feel it, deem it fit that let me fix what will affect can help me and people in my country, a sick man can't fix what is affecting him. Then you think you think about you not think you think about the poor and feeding. If he cannot, if he cannot transform what his own sector, then it's your sector that affects you. You think he'll think about? Then just wake up, man. Wake up. Wake up. Mr. Man, please have the life in 5 minutes, please.
Hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, you're audible. Go on, sir. Shoot.
All right, thank you very much. So God bless everyone who has spoken. The journey to redeem Nigeria is for all of us. But I would like to beg you people, especially in diaspora, we need you people more than ever right now, because it's like there's a dark cloud that is hovering over each and every one of us in Nigeria. Even the few of us that are able to speak, our voices are not being heard. And for those who do not even have the courage to even speak, they have been defeated already. So we need external forces to actually come in and try and dissect or dissolve whatever they have put in our water. Because, like you said, we have now normalized abnormality. So things that are abnormal seem normal to us. That is why we would have a president who has drug-related issues and we see it as normal. We have a vice president who harbors terrorists and we see it as normal. So we have lost our humanity as Nigerians, we Nigerians living in Nigeria. We need the help of Nigerians in diaspora. Right now, we should be talking about solutions. That is what we should be talking about. What are the solutions? How can we solve? Because I keep saying, as I said, 2027 is too far. 2027, you don't know what next might happen in the next 24 or 48 hours in Nigeria. You see, Nigeria is like I don't know how to, it's like a tragic movie where you are not sure of what the next scene would be. It's so sad that Nigeria has deteriorated to this level that our children cannot go to school, the farmers cannot go to farm. We cannot travel to go and get goods and services to feed our families. So if we are not safe, our children are not safe, then what exactly do we have to call ourselves Nigeria? What is that thing that we are enjoying from this government? A government that is a gang of criminals. The former aviation minister who brought about the Air Nigeria scam. He said he floated an airline for Nigeria, Air Nigeria. He's currently the pro-vice chancellor of Umar Musa Yar'Adua University in Katsina State. So he was rewarded with being a pro-chancellor and the chairman of the governing council after setting up a fake airline, bringing in renting plane from Ethiopia Airline, painting it with the color of Nigeria and named it Air Nigeria. He's still working freely. The same thing goes for Akpabio. Ojiuzo Okalu is another. And a whole lot of other bunch of crooks and criminals that are running the affairs of Nigeria. And you will expect that Nigeria would actually work. I think we must be jokers. Yes, we must be. This is a joke taken too far. We must wake up to the reality at hand. Nobody is coming to save us. Nobody is going to give us power. We must take the advice of the same Bola Ahmed Tinubu that power is not served a la carte. We must grab it, snatch it, and run with it. So, Nigerians, are you ready to grab it, snatch it, and run with it?
We had an opportunity in 2023. Dino Melayo stood up in the International Conference Center in a hall filled with over 200 people. He was shouting on top of his voice. He said, Oga, what you are reading must correspond to what is showing on the screen. He continued, in fact, it was because of him. For like 5-10 minutes, he was shouting. He disrupted the process. They had to go on break because of Dino Melayo. No Nigerian could stand up with Dino Melayo and say, what this man is saying, even if you are not the same party with him. He was looking out for our good. I'm sure if like 5 or 10 people had stood up in that hall with Dino Melayo in 2023, maybe, just maybe, we wouldn't be in this mess that we are today. But we are cowards. That is the truth. Nigerians will not stand for what is right. We will find a reason. Fela said it. We must find a reason to fear. I know one guy, Mama are there for house, Papa are there for house. What then we must find a reason. Are we living this life that where we there now? Are we living? We are barely existing. We have gone from multidimensional poverty to a poverty capital to everything poor is what is used to describe Nigeria. And we the Nigerians that are living in Nigeria, we move like nothing, like everything is well. All is not well. We must wake up and take our destinies in our hands. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Man. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Omoy boy, you have the line, 5 minutes.
Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good wherever you may be. Now, I have an alternative opinion, so I hope I have the opportunity to express them.
No, you can, my brother. You can on my platform. Let me probably put the ground rules for you. Maybe you don't know. On my platform, I don't care where you're coming from, where you stand, or where you stand on the aisle. You're free to express your opinion based on facts. If you come here and you lie, I will stop you immediately. If you drop propaganda that is fake, I will stop you immediately. If you're speaking on facts, you can speak for as long as the time goes on. Go on, please.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've had people talking, and I'm not so sure that they've provided the evidence of what they are saying.
Can you give me an instance of what anybody said that is false to you?
Well, just the last speaker. The last speaker said a lot of things.
Like what?
A lot of which, well, I didn't realize you're going to say this. Otherwise, I would have been taking.
No, just give me one. Just use one.
Well, he said a lot of things. I think he said did he not say the president was a drug dealer or something like that? I can't.
Is that false?
I don't want to misquote him. So.
But is that false? Is that false?
Well, that's absolutely false.
It's false.
He hasn't been convicted anywhere.
The Tinubu forfeit $450,000 to America on drug related charges.
Not on drug-related charges.
No. On what? What was it on?
Well, the forfeiture was that I think he couldn't prove, or I think it's something to do with the money itself, rather than...
The money was for what?
I don't know. They said...
The money was for proceeds. You don't know, and I'm telling you now. The money was for proceeds.
Wait. Okay, the allegation was that the money was related to drugs, but he himself was not caught or charged for drug dealing. So the money was forfeited because he couldn't substantiate the money.
Exactly. So
he wasn't. No, wait. You said facts. So let's talk on facts.
Yeah, I'm talking on facts.
What I'm saying is he wasn't arrested and charged and taken to court and convicted on drug charges itself.
Tinubu, wait, please, sir, please. Do you know about this case or you don't know about the case? That's first I'm going to ask you.
We all don't know. All we have had is what's in the book.
No, don't say we all say I don't know, because I do know.
Okay.
Do you know what they call movies? Do you know what they call movies, Akande?
No, wait. We are talking technicalities now.
No, I'm not talking. I'm dealing with reality, not technicalities.
Okay, well, if you show me where he was arrested and where he was convicted.
Let me help you. I'm going to cede you back your time, right? I'm ceding you back your time fully.
Okay.
Sorry for cutting your time.
Provide your
It's these are open public documents from the DEA, straight public documents from the Court of Chicago. It's public documents. What I'm saying, I cannot. How do you want me to give you facts from here now? I'm giving you public documents so you can go and go yourself and.
Well, I'm in front of my PC and
exactly. So you can quickly just do Google search on Tinubu's drug-related case in Chicago. You will see it yourself.
I will do AI.
But no, now I'm coming now. Please, now, my brother.
Okay. No problem. Go ahead.
Just simple Tinubu drug-related charge. You will see the full case, and let me put it out there for the avoidance of doubt. Nobody said that Tinubu was arrested, because Tinubu was not even in America when this case was happening. He had run back to Nigeria. He ran back to Nigeria. No, he ran back to Nigeria like they all do.
They will do the case in absentia.
Yes, and it was in absentia they did the case, and he forfeited $460,000 for proceeds of drug dealing.
I'm looking at it now. It says there's. I'm not trying to be funny with you.
You're looking at what? What are you looking at? Please tell us what you're looking at.
This is AI, ChatGPT, criminal conviction. There is no public record that Tinubu was convicted.
Who said Tinubu was convicted? For Christ's sake, we said nobody called convict. You are the one creating the case in your head and convicting your head. Nobody convicted him. We said that he forfeited $460,000 for proceeds of drugs. Is the fact. Why did AI say that is a lie?
Wait. He forfeited $460,000. Wait a minute. U.S. authorities allege the funds were connected to narcotics trafficking, but the case was brought against the property, not as a criminal prosecution against Tinubu. I mean, it's in AI. You said facts. I've just read it.
Please.
I don't know about it. You prompted me to go and look, and then I'm reading out what I'm saying.
Please. You said that the case was against a property. What property, please?
They said, that's what I'm reading. U.S. authorities allege the funds were connected to narcotics trafficking, but the case was brought against the property, the money, not as a criminal prosecution against Tinubu. And then there is a fact check. It's you. You said
you're virtually saying the same thing that we said. Was money forfeited? That's what I'm asking you now. You not like this now. Can you go and forfeit $460,000 of your money?
Can I forfeit 460? No, they have made it clearly.
Why a man that forfeited? Let's put it in context. Tinubu allegedly, they said he was working in America then, that his salary was $2,600.
Yes.
There was no how he had millions of dollars in his account in the first place. What was he doing?
Well, okay, look, I was in that area. I was in that location around those years.
Okay, what was his business?
Let me tell you how we all used to make money then.
Please wait. Please wait. Did Tinubu forfeit $460,000 for drugs? I asked AI. It's simple. Look at it here. See it. Yes. Nigerian President Bola Tinubu forfeited $460,000 to the United States government in 1993, following a federal investigation into a Chicago-based heroin trafficking ring.
Mm-hmm.
What are you not saying now?
Well, like we're saying. I didn't come out to discuss this one, but
yeah. Let's please. No. You know why I said this. Why we have to bring this up. No, I'm coming. I want to give you a time now, so I don't want to have this back and forth, right?
Okay.
I'm saying this because you said, I told you on my platform, I don't allow lies fly.
Well, what I'm reading.
I'm coming. No, sir. Please. I want us to establish this.
Sorry.
Omar, please. Can you? You're not. Please. I am not enjoying this back and forth because I want to end this show right now. I want you to speak so we can end the show, right? Please. I want us to establish something. I said on my platform, I don't allow lies and propaganda fly. That's what I said. And you said, and you told me that I allowed someone say something that is not factual. I said, what did he say? He said that he had Tinubu drug case. I said, yes, Tinubu had a drug case in America, which is factual.
No, you said he was a drug dealer.
Someone that forfeit $460,000 for drug case, is that not a drug dealer?
The court didn't call him a drug dealer. He didn't go to court.
Okay. Please, you have your 5 minutes. Please, let's talk on what we're here for, please.
All right. Okay. So my take, if we are talking about, we're talking about politics, isn't it? Or is that's the topic for today?
Yeah. Whatever you feel like talking, just as long as it's based on without lies, you're free.
Okay. The simple thing that I want to say is this. Okay, there are we have a population, I think, which was estimated a couple of weeks ago to around 235 million. Okay, and out of that 235 million, I think there is a good, don't quote me on this one, but there is a good 100+ millions that are eligible voters, if I am correct. Okay, give or take. Okay, and we cut across at least 6 geopolitical zones. Okay, and within that, as everybody knows, we have a very, very, one of the most complex countries on this planet. It cuts across so many different tribes and people and regions, different mindsets, different thinking, different thoughts, and so on. What I have seen in this current political climate is that a lot of people speak in their own echo chamber, which is like people who have the same beliefs, and they extrapolate that belief across the whole of Nigeria. And sometimes I just want to jump in and say, please, caution, because what you are saying, what you're thinking, doesn't reflect what is happening across the whole country. So you end up just believing that story that we're talking about, which is if you have people with a common mindset or common interest, they will speak about the same things. But I'm just highlighting that does not reflect across the whole country. The political picture is far more complex than people are either seeing or admitting to. It's very, very complex. Some people said Obi did fantastic. Yes, last night in that interview, a lot of people also have an opposite point. I sit on the opposite side because it talked very much in a generalistic way. It didn't offer any critical point. Even Rufai Oseni said the same today. Like, what was his word? His word was that I didn't see any solutions. You can't win an election on vibes or something along those lines. Okay, so there is a lot of Obi is popular, and Obi is popular among certain demographics, the young, and then mainly the Igbos part of the population, and some people that you call obedience. Obedience is across the country anyway, but you'll find them in the youngish age group. Okay, so university students, college students, etc. Okay, so those are the demographics, but those demographics now believe that because they speak to each other and there are plenty, that is exactly how Nigerians are thinking, and I beg to differ. When you look critically at the political picture, there are enormous challenges for the NDC candidate, Peter Obi. So, but people are talking in terms of like, he's definitely going to win the election, and if he doesn't win, it has to be that the vote is rigged, etc., etc. And what I am saying is that, no, that is not necessarily true. Actually, our election is much, much tighter than people like to admit. It's not so easy to rig in anywhere in Nigeria. It really isn't that easy, because every vote needs to be validated. Now, whether NDC is going to have agents across the whole of the country, I don't believe so, there's still so many states. I mean, we're talking months to the election, and there's still so many states where they don't even know NDC at this point. I don't know what will happen as the campaign starts to. But at this particular point, there are still many places where the word, that name, Obi, is not actually getting traction. And if you look at the environment today, apart from Lagos, apart from the east and some part of the south, there's no momentum for NDC. NDC is a very new party. It's still very new. The logo is not even known across the country, but APC is known across the whole country. So I'm just saying that the trajectory, and then if you look at the last few elections we've had in the last 6 weeks or 5 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks, all the elections have been won by APC, and it cuts across the ozone, Enugu, Nasarawa, Gombe, Kano, next to Kwankwaso. And then today, I think the only NDC senators, they moved over to APC today. I believe that was the breaking news this evening. So they fought it over. So what I'm saying is that I want NDC people to really make sure that they are seeing the clear picture, so that when January comes, there's no allegation of wrongdoing, this or that. Right. As we speak today, there is no...
Look, Omar, please, your time is up. I'm giving you...
My time is up. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Your time is up.
So, sir, can I please react for 2 minutes?
You can ask a question. I don't ask a question.
Yeah, you said we should look at the primary elections and the elections that has been done recently. Those are the plans of APC. They are selling the same narrative they want Nigerians to believe. We are not dumb people. You can do anything to that, but the manipulations you plan to do with that will never happen. And all the analysis you are giving about NDC, they are very wrong, because this is a vote between Tinubu and Nigerians.
That's not true. That is not true.
It's a vote between Tinubu and Nigerians.
No, that's a narrative.
So let's request the mic now.
I want you to know. If you don't know that, get that into your head now. That is a vote between Nigerians and the current administration. So for the fact that NDC is a new party, or Obi has moved into, you have when Obi said yesterday that he won 2023 election. Well, was there any reporter? I believe by now there should be a reporter from the federal government.
There's absolutely no need.
You can imagine. You can't imagine.
There's
so,
no need.
Saddam, is over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Omar, let me just.
There's no need for a rebuttal. I mean, am I Saddam?
Let me just say this, right? I appreciate you coming up here to speak, and I appreciate what you said and everything you said. But you know, what you on my platform you do is that you also hear my own side, you hear other people's side, right? It's as you give, you take, right? So one thing I want you to understand is that generality of Nigerians that are feeling the brunt of this government, propaganda, you cannot propaganda your way out of APC, right? Tinubu is not popular in any part of the country, bar those that are doing tribal bigotry for him in the southwest. This is the truth. There's no place that you see Tinubu is banking on other people to deliver him in 2027. He's banking on state governors, banking on senators, banking on House of Rep members, banking on elite class, city boys, city girls, this one, that one. He's not banking on Nigerians because he knows he has been a woeful failure in the past 3 years. This is the fact of Nigeria. It's not a matter of what I feel or what I think. This is the reality of Nigeria today. So, you asking whether NDC has structure or NDC has structure, it's not a problem. We have seen Labour Party that had no structure come out and win the last elections. We have seen it happen. So, whether all that is not important, what is important is that the next election is a referendum on Tinubu's government, on how he has held this what they call it, mandates that he took. Either he stole it or he rigged it or one way or the other. He had a 4-year mandate. We're going to judge him on what he has done. And it is ironic for me that as a Tinubu supporter that you are, you have much views on Peter Obi's interview. I want to ask you a question, Omoiba. When last did Tinubu grant Nigerians an interview?
I think, when was it? I can't remember, but like he can't go to channel or
Omoiba.
No, the president.
Omoiba, I want to ask you a question. You're not in Nigeria. Omoiba, wait, I'm coming. I actually no, I don't want us to have a back and forth conversation, right? You're not in Nigeria.
I'm not what?
You're not in Nigeria.
Right now, as I'm speaking to you, I'm not in Nigeria, but I live in Nigeria.
Okay, you live in Nigeria, but you're not in Nigeria. Wherever you are. And first of all, right?
But you need to. Sorry.
I'm coming. I will allow you. Just listen to me. I'll allow you to listen to me, right? First of all, as a Tinubu supporter, right? I think it should be if Tinubu was actually doing well. Let me tell you, there in psychology and there's behavioral patterns you see, you will know. If Tinubu was actually doing well as a president that people are proud of, if you're proud of Tinubu, Omoiba, you'll be using your DP as your display picture today. That is one. This is true. No, this one is not like you can laugh it off, but it's the truth. Right? Everybody knows it. Every good thing, people love. It's just normal human behavior. I'm coming. Normal human behavior is that people love to be associated with good thing. So if he's good, you go rush him, right? So if Tinubu was actually doing well, and you know that you can bank on, you can openly come out and say, I'm a Tinubu supporter anywhere. See me now, maybe this. If I see for airport, I say, hey, don't be about that. Hey, that Tinubu guy now. You go use your profile picture, but you know that is a calamity. But you're standing on the mandate based on, I don't know the sentiment. You might probably eating from the table. Fact. It might be probably because he's your tribesman. Another fact. You might have your reason for supporting him, but it has nothing to do with good governance. We can all agree on that. Because if it is good governance, you will, with your chest, with your face, put it on the brand.
Okay, look, you can, everybody, all the electorates, they will have their own personal reasons for voting.
What is your reason for voting Bola Tinubu?
Everybody will have their reasons.
I want to know your reasons, sir. Please tell us your reason.
My reasons are numerous. I don't think I'll have time to explain.
Please, not explain. Just list 3 reasons why you want Tinubu to continue in 2027.
Number 1 is the best of all the candidates that we have.
In what terms?
Is the better.
In what term?
Okay. In what term? In number 1, he has political control of Nigeria. Number 1. That's number 1. And it's been very, very it's been extremely brilliant in terms of how he has controlled his politics. I'm surprised that, look, 2023 was a marvelous year for Obi. And I expect at this
Omogba, forget Obi. List 3 things of why you want Tinubu. Leave Obi about. Just tell us why Tinubu. 3 things, just 3. Number 1, you say you have political what?
Number 1 is a reformer. Is reforming the country. That's number 1.
What is he reforming?
That's why I'm going to vote for him, because I want him to complete his program.
What is he reforming now? What is he reforming?
You need to look at the country, okay? Number 1. You can see now that the North, they are not throwing any weight around, okay? Because he has been able to walk through the North, and he has been able to equalize their power with the South. That's number. With the combination of Akpabio and Wike, they've been able to balance the politics of our country. So you won't have North threatening this or that or shaking the table. They are not able to this time around. Believe me, I'm telling you that. That's number 1. He's been able to control the country. Number 2 is his own man. Nobody is talking to him, oh, do this, do that, do this, do that. Nobody, no. Tinubu is carrying out the program that he wants to carry out. He's using his presidential power. He's not bowing down to nobody. He doesn't have any godfather. He's not being pushed around by nobody. He's not flying off to meet a content creator. We just said, I want to vote for Tinubu, and then you run around. No, Tinubu is not doing that. No Alaji, no Emir from the north, nobody is pushing him around. The man is doing what he believes he needs to do. That's number 2. Number 3, we can see that we are beginning to see the fruit of his economic policies. You can't get to all Nigerians, and it doesn't matter. Nigerians, we have a large population of millions of poor people. It's impossible to meet all of their needs. Even if Tinubu loses, we are still going to have hungry people in Nigeria. And yeah, that's just a fact. Even during Jonathan's period, when we are making so much from oil, there are still poor Nigerians. So that will always be a common factor. So I don't worry too much.
Please,
me.
Okay. That is your 3. That is your 3. No.
Those are my 3 reasons. And if I must admit too, and I will admit this, I am a Yoruba man. Let me have my say. I'm a Yoruba man, and I have seen that politics in Nigeria, whether we like it or not, we can lie to ourselves or deny to ourselves. There is a tribal edge to our politics. You won't be surprised that a lot of Obi supporters are Igbo people, and that is understandable. Let's not lie to ourselves because we can see it. Everybody can see it. I'm a Yoruba man, so that also has it's also someone.
I am a Yoruba man.
That's also
I am an Obi supporter.
That's fine. We have a lot of we have a lot of them. That's fine. We have a lot of Igbos who are we have a lot of Igbos who are going to vote for Tinubu.
Calm down. No, you're done now. No, wait. You have to. No, you have spoken now. That's okay, you have spoken. I'll give you more time than another person here today. Okay. And I'm trying to just to show you people that I am not a biased person. I allow people to come and speak, right? So you see, your number 4 would have been your number 1. That would be easy saying it. Please, in the comment section, put where you're from and where you're supporting Tinubu. Please, or who you're supporting from wherever you are, if you choose to do, and who you're supporting. I want you to see how diverse P2B supporters are. On my platform, I've hosted a live on my platform of close to 12 hours prior to 2023 elections of just Southwestern people. P2B, I'm coming, please don't mute on me, please. You have to listen, right? P2B has diverse supporters across the country. And I can understand the tribal angle you're coming from. I don't have a problem with that. I understand that we are a tribal people. Facts, I understand that. But I am saying that if you're doing tribalism, it should be for someone that is worth the tribalism. You mentioned 3 of the things why you support Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and nothing has to do with the people. It has to do with self, power. Not about the people that should benefit from the power. That's where the problem is. That's where there's a disconnect between how you, his supporters, see things and how Nigerians see things. Read the comment section and see Nigerians supporting P2B, where they are from. Go there and look at it for yourself. Right? So I want you to understand that the commonality that brings us together as Nigerians is either good or bad. Whether you're a Yoruba man, you're an Igbo man, you're a Hausa man, you're a Tiv man, wherever you are from, if Nigeria is good, it affects all of us. If it is bad, it affects all of us as a generality. So everything you've said right now, my brother, one thing you said here I will not forget is that Tinubu does not have Godfather. Please, in case you don't know, let me help you. Tinubu has a Godfather, the man that actually owns Lagos, that you think Tinubu owns. The man that owns VI, that owns Eco Atlantic. The man that Tinubu has given over 80% of all our most expensive contracts to in the space of 3 years. The man called Gilbert Shaguri. The man that laundered money for Abacha. The man that stays in France, that Tinubu goes to France to meet. Tinubu's godfather is Gilbert Shaguri. So don't tell us Tinubu does have. Tinubu is the worst of the president to have a godfather in Nigeria. Because he actually have a foreign Lebanese godfather. He takes our money. The Coastal Road project, he gave it to him. Apapa Tinkan project, he gave it to him. The new Sokoto something, Badagry something that I've called, he has given it to him. All the major contracts in Nigeria, Tinubu has given it to Shaguri. And Tinubu's son sits on the board of Shaguri's firm. The highest abuse of power I've ever seen in our country is happening on Bola Tinubu. So when you see sensible Nigerians come against Tinubu, it's not because of tribe. It is because of what he represents. So I can understand and respect your reason why you want to support him because you're a Yoruba man. I understand. But I will say this, that if you are doing this for someone like Reverend Osibanjo or a Sheyi Makinde or a Adesina, someone that you can verify, who is Tinubu's father? Omoegba, please, I want to ask you a question.
What?
Who is Tinubu's father?
Tinubu is an adopted child.
Who is Tinubu? Who is
Tinubu? Is an adopted child.
Okay, exactly. So answer me now. No, answer me now, please. What is his real name?
Well, you are stopping me from answering.
What is his real name? What is his real name?
I've just told you that Tinubu is an adopted child.
What is his real name?
His adopted father. If that's the name you want.
What is Tinubu's real name? Who did they adopt him from?
That is Madam Tinubu Yamogaji.
Yamogaji adopted him. Who did she adopt him from? Who?
But all of those, I don't know how that is irrelevant.
How it is irrelevant is because you're actually doing, you're actually doing tribalism for someone that you cannot. No, listen to me now. I'm trying to tell you how it is relevant that you're doing tribalism for someone that you cannot trace the person's roots. That for all I care, Tinubu can actually be from South Sudan, and they adopted him and taught him Yoruba because he can speak Yoruba. You're not doing tribalism for a man that's not actually a Yoruba man. Can't you see?
Okay. See, when you see, let me just say this, please, and it's just a fact. When you allege tribalism, just look at the last voting pattern. The whole Southeast will be. Nobody scored even 25% there.
Exactly. There's a reason why.
Wait now, in Southwest, Atiku won a state, Obi won a state. In fact, Obi won the most important Southwest state. Then look at the North. It was shared. Obi even won in the North. But Southeast, now only Obi just carry all the vote at nearly 90%. Come on. And then you are going to turn to me.
Oh my good. No. Oh my God. Let me. No. Oh my God. It is no. Oh my God. See, I honestly speaking, right? Let's analyze this right now. Let's analyze this. The good thing about Nigeria, you see, when I speak of my problem, I always say that I do on facts and figures. Data will always back me. When I speak, I'm not speaking out of. No, I don't do emotional conversations. I speak out of data. Right, so calm down and let me now explain this for you. Right, the southeastern part of Nigeria is one region that has always voted against status quo. Has always voted for a candidate. In fact, if there's a region in Nigeria that can come out and say that we have always voted in a particular way, not just because of they vote in bulk because of what they believe. The southeast, against all odds, voted Obasanjo back to back. Voted Yar'Adua back to back. Voted Yar'Adua. Voted Jonathan back to back. Voted anti-Buhari 2 times. Even when Buhari was contesting with a vice presidential candidate, that Buhari was in Igbo vice presidential candidate all through. Okadibo. Do you know Okadibo? Okadibo was the Senate president. He was Buhari's vice at a certain time. Buhari had been using top Igbo men as his vice. The Southeasterners rejected him. For a reason, because a Southeastern man knows how to identify bad market. And Buhari turned out to be bad market to Nigerians. So the Southeasterners even voted against Ojukwu self. Ojukwu will be saying that they please do Ojukwu. Southeasterners voted Yoruba. Obasanjo against Ojukwu. What do you have to say about that?
Okay, well, when they voted like Okadibo didn't have. Okadibo was not strong.
When they voted, no, you can't. When Kanu voted Kwankwaso, did Kanu know that Kwankwaso win the election? Didn't they just vote for him?
They voted for Kwankwaso.
Why did the Southeast not vote for Ojukwu, but they voted for Obasanjo?
They knew that it couldn't be just not gonna. It would be a wasted vote.
It doesn't matter what I do with my vote. Doesn't matter. People that vote for Sowore, people that vote for Sowore, do you think that they don't have Sowore will not win?
Anyway, look, my brother, Like
No.
everybody's
No, my brother. No, my brother. I am telling you, because you see what I say on my platform, I do with fact, data. I don't do emotional conversations. The reason why Tinubu was rejected in the Southwest is because it's actually what I'm saying right now. Tinubu is a disastrous candidate.
No way, man. That's your view.
It's not my view. It was represented even from the last vote.
We've had 10 elections.
Tinubu lost Osun State. Tinubu lost Lagos.
That's not going to happen again.
Because of he has brought in tribalism into the context. That's the truth.
It's not going to happen again.
Because of what? Tribalism.
Well, if you look at what Obedience are doing, all this insult, all this they have
come on. What? You're not gaslighting, please. Who insult more than Tinubu supporters?
Okay, no problem.
Who insult more than Tinubu?
Look at the t-shirt you are wearing. Look at the t-shirt.
Okay, look at what you're wearing now. Is anybody here wearing any Tinubu anti-Tinubu t-shirt? You are the one insulting. You see, Omoeba, let me tell you something. That's the general is not far. General is not far. It's not far.
He was cutting grass instead of building school and hiding money.
You see.
Saving money.
My brother, thank you very much. The joke time is over, right? Let's just get back to serious conversation. In fact, the issue is already over, but I'll just have to end on this note. You see, why I enjoy having you people come out here to speak most times, just to expose for Nigerians to really see how you people think on the other side of the conversation, right? Because most times when we stay here, it looks like people are just talking alone. No, I bring them up for Nigerians to see how they reason on the other side of the conversation. P2B came out and said that I cleared the bush. Nami cut the grass to build a university. I built this university from ground up. What a Tinubu supporter heard was that I cleared the grass. Their brain capacity did not allow them listen to the full conversation. That is actually saying that he actually, so that nobody will come and claim that actually he met a school on ground and he built on existing structures. He actually cleared a forest and transformed that forest to a university, the current day Ojukwu University. But people want to run. I understand the banter part of the whole conversation, right? But being serious here is important that we always state this fact for Nigerians to understand going forward, right? And for all those that think the way my brother Omoba thinks that politics is about tribalism, please understand that politics is about governance. There are things that as a Nigerian you deserve. We deserve as a people. And we are not seeing or getting it. We have not gotten in the past 3 years. They call it basic amenities. We can't see it. Healthcare, security, light, water. These are the basic things you expect. And these are the low-hanging fruits for the presidency. You can steal all you want to steal, but do all this little one for Nigerians to have. You don't do it, right? So it's important Nigerians understand this thing going forward and understand that we changing our country is at our hands. We have to do the hard work. You see how my brother speak now. It is important to understand that plenty of people like him still that needs to understand and get that Nigerian politics is way beyond tribe, religion. Look at what he's saying about P2B and the South is voting P2B en masse. P2B is the best candidate on the ballot. So every region should even be rallying around him and voting him en masse. It should be a flawless, if we are dealing ideologically speaking, P2B in a sane country, P2B should sweep every region. Anybody that vote against P2B should be chained and taken to a mental institution in a sane country. That is the truth, because you cannot see light and darkness and openly choose darkness. And you're not people that chose light. Now, why did they choose light? It is insanity. But guys, thank you to all of you that have joined us tonight from all our platforms. We're shutting down right now. We'll be back tomorrow. Hey God, I go suffer. Hey God, help me tomorrow, Sha. We'll be back tomorrow by 10 p.m. Nigerian time. If you enjoyed the conversation, join us by this same station, 10 p.m. Nigerian time tomorrow. We'll talk about our country, state of the union, as the case may be. And thank you to all of you that contributed tonight on your likes, your gifts, your shares, your reposts, your submissions. Wonderful submissions, by the way. Thank you to all of you that joined from Facebook. I see you guys. YouTube, I see you guys. X, I see you guys. TikTokers, God bless every one of you that came out tonight. Let's keep the conversation going on. That's how we change our country, one person at a time. God bless you all, guys. I might not be able to call your names tonight because I'm tired and I have to just go and rest for tomorrow. Is this my auntie I'm seeing on this live? Hey, I'm no, I'm not sure. I have to call and confirm after. But meanwhile, God bless you guys. Thank you so much, guys. I love you all. Good night. See you guys tomorrow. Good night. Okay. Let me not be that man that came on my life for. I will cry.